Welcome to the live. How's everybody doing today? Let's go. Are we in? How are we doing? Give me a second. Tactical considerations. How are you, dude? Good to see you, man. Glad you're here. Let me make sure my audio is working. Are we in? How are we doing? Nice. Yeah, RPG build coming soon. If only. Right on. Sweet. Getting some good feedback on the audio. Everything sounding good. I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you doing, Ballistics? 200K. We haven't hit 200K yet. I was hoping it was like a long shot, but I was like, if we hit it on this live, then that would be super, super fun. So I've got a little counter that I'm going to bring over here in a second, and then we can watch the subscribers go up, and maybe we'll hit it on this live. Maybe not. Hello from Spain, sick. Drop in any merch. I do have merch on my website, actually. Not this yet. I'm still like figuring out the design that I want to do and stuff. So the Marlboro stuff might be coming. We'll just have to see. Dude, right by that sweater. I know everybody really likes this thing, and I really like it too. I do want to get it up on my shop page of my website, but I just haven't been able to yet. I need to figure out the design still. I want to make sure it's perfect. What do you do for work outside of YouTube? YouTube right now is the full-time thing. I used to film weddings. I filmed weddings for 8 years. And so that was really fun for me. I really enjoyed that. And then I started building guns, and super random, but that's kind of where everything came from. It's crazy. The other channel that I started, so I have Gunman, and then the new channel that I started, Novato Garage, which is a car channel. So if you guys like cars, type in Novoto Garage, and then you can see what else I'm up to. Dude, Tactical, thank you, man. He's going to link it in his post tab. Appreciate that. Picked up one of Pero's Latrade G19 Gen 5. What red dot or other accessories should I get? I really like, if you get your slide cut for the Hollow Sun 509T. I think it's the 509T. It's like a clamp style. I really love that red dot right now. It's one of my favorites. Definitely worth getting the slide cut for it. If not that, Delta Point Pro, fantastic, or just a classic Trijicon RMR Type 2 with the buttons, not the one without the buttons. New merch dropping, we will see. We will see. I'm getting that question a lot, actually, so I'm curious to see if people are actually interested. You should have 500K subs. Criminally underrated channel. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I would love to. My goal this year, because I'm doing it more full time, is to get, I want to get to 1 million subscribers. I think that would be super fun. I think they would leave my channel alone a little bit, because I've been getting age restricted like crazy. So my videos just aren't getting out there. It's like impossible fighting against YouTube. So if I can get to 1 million, I wonder if they would like leave me alone. Swim, would it be worth driving out to Utah for a range day from Colorado? Where in Utah do you do them? And when is the next one? Yeah, I haven't planned the next range day yet. From Colorado, that's a big trip. I wonder if we would have to do like something more than a range day in order to make that worth it to you. I think my range days are really fun, but I don't know if a trip from Colorado would justify it. That would put a lot of pressure on me. I'd feel nervous. But they are really fun though, and you'd get to connect with a lot of really cool guys. Next one isn't planned yet, but check back on the website. I try to keep it updated. It's just been so weird weather and cold, and it's been really busy. So I want to get them up and running again as soon as it gets good. The weather starts getting better. What's your craziest wedding story? Dude, I don't even I have one that I really shouldn't share. If we're ever in person, I'll share it with you. In person, I'll share it with you. But I've been like all over the United. I'll share a different one. I've been all over the United States, um, and into Canada a little bit, and just all over the place filming weddings. And one of the craziest venues I ever shot at is called the Gottery in Chicago. And that place was absolutely insane. Like it had 4 sections. Every room was different, and I was able to fly my drone in every room. That's how big it was. Anyway, an insane amount of money. I don't even know how much money was spent on that wedding, but it was just unreal. So I mean, like crazy in the sense that like they probably spent houses worth of money on that wedding. It was crazy. Parker, I really want to get a Daniel PCC for home defense and a crap at the fan rifle. Do you think it's a good option? Yes. I really, really like my Daniel PCC. I think it's one of the best PCCs out there, especially if you're used to AR controls. Like they're just really reliable, pretty gassy, depending on the suppressor you're using. And like, of course, you want to run a can on it. That's my only gripe with it though. It's like it just melts your eyes a little with the wrong can. If you get a flow through can, then they're awesome. And you can also throw an FRT in it. And it's really cool. Really, really cool. Hate to be that guy, but will you have updated discount codes? The Optics Planet one isn't working. That's super weird. I will get on that right away. My codes never expire, really. I talk to the company specifically to make sure that they don't expire. I do get emails occasionally, and then I get them updated like instantly. So as soon as I hear about it, I reach out to the company. I'll get it updated. But they should all work. The thing with Optics Planet is some of the codes won't work based on manufacturers not allowing Optics Planet to sell it under a certain price. So that's the only reason why the code wouldn't work is if Optics Planet literally can't sell it under that discount code. So check to see if it has like a red thing label that pops up that says like the manufacturer won't allow Optics Planet to sell it for that price, then that's why. Do a meat reveal. Don't tempt me. I might if we get to 200,000. I'm joking. What are your thoughts on IWI Carmel as an SBR? I haven't looked into them enough, but I haven't heard like bad things about them. I think it's an option. I don't know. I'd probably go with like I really like Sons of Liberty lately. They've really impressed me. Midwest Industries also impresses me. But Sons of Liberty is like awesome. So is Daniel. I actually just shot my Daniel DDM4 SLW video. Super excited to share that one. It's going to be sweet. When are you going to do a high point build? I should. I just don't have one. I'll have to pick one up. What's going on, family? I hope everybody had a beautiful weekend. That's from Guns to everyone. So cute. So sweet. Overall thoughts. Oh, look at that. Overall thoughts on Sons of Liberty. I really like them. I think their quality is high. I think they build guns that work. I think they're very reliable. I've had like I have 2 of their ARs and absolutely just 0 issues with them. So it's really hard for me to say anything bad. They run smooth. The new Mark 1, they built a premium rifle. Like it is really, really awesome. Simple in design, very high functioning, well functioning rifle. Big fan of it. So yeah, I really like Sons of Liberty. I think they're awesome. Steve, just wanted to mention that I built your Daniel Defense PCC. Like it a lot. Sweet. Yeah, dude, that's one of my favorite guns. I will never sell that gun. Thing is fantastic. I was gonna ask how your car channel was going. Yeah, it's, just at the beginning, like, I'm really trying to build it with shorts right now. I haven't really done any long form content, but on, like, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, I'm kinda just, like, multi-posting updates of the builds that are going on right now, and then I'm filming everything horizontal as well as vertical, and I'm gonna make, like, a whole recap video of all of the stuff that I'm working on currently. So right now it's just like kind of short form content and updates, but I'm really excited to share like the long form stuff. I'm new to it, so I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want to edit things together and like I don't know, I'm so used to doing things in a certain way and then it's so new to me that I kind of suck at it. So I'm just trying to figure it out still. Guns, one of the best YouTube channels for custom guns. I appreciate you, brother, for everything you've given us and showing us, dude. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. I feel like I don't give enough. I'm always trying to figure out how to be more supportive for the community. Hello, I just want to drop in and hit the like button. Enjoy your content. Look forward to the continued channel growth. Thank you, Soka. I think that's your name. Thank you. Victors, you would definitely get some merch. Okay, good to know. Any chance you have a discount code with American Defense Manufacturing? I don't. I haven't used a lot of their stuff, but I know you can get some of it on Optics Planet. So I kind of I'll reach out to them though because I do like their mounts. I think their mounts are awesome. E-Curve, appreciate the content, great builds. Most importantly, doesn't matter your budget. Get out there and train. I agree. I definitely agree. Trash talk. We are witnessing the rise of a future million subscriber YouTuber. Appreciate that. I hope so, dude. If I could hit it this year, that would be freaking crazy. That'd be so crazy. Best trigger guard. I mean, honestly, I run the Magpul ones a lot just because they don't really need to do much besides like look good, in my opinion. Wilson Combat makes one, a metal one if you want. I'm pretty sure Forward Controls makes one. And I would assume that would probably be one of my favorites if they do. But Magpul, I think is fine. Glock 19 or SIG P365X macro for first handgun. Um, It depends on your budget, but I like both of them. I think they're both awesome. These days, I mean, I'm gonna say I would probably buy a Walther PDP Pro Compact these days instead of Glock 19, and especially probably over a SIG. I mean, the Pro Compact is just so nice. They're so awesome. Big fan of Walther lately. So, yeah, you'll spend a little bit more, but you'll get something better, I think. Jay, any updates on the 43X Radian build? What are your thoughts so far, and how many rounds do you have through it? Yeah, I still carry that gun to this day. I'm carrying it right now, actually, and it's one of my favorite concealed carry options so far. Rounds through it, couple thousand, maybe more. I try to keep the gun that I carry low on round count, if that makes sense. Like I have other 43Xs that I actually train with, but my carry gun, I want it to work and I don't want it to be worn out like at all, which is weird. I just basically break it in and then I don't touch it. I just like keep it maintained. But like 43X in general, like a lot of thousands of rounds. It's a great gun though. Yeah, especially in the way that it's set up. Like I've used it enough to where I know for sure it is reliable. Badger, you should do a striker fired steel frame series PDP, S&W, Glock, Canic, etc. I really actually do want to do a I really want to do a Smith and Wesson. I can't get in touch with them though. They're really hard to get in touch with. So I'm probably gonna have to just like buy their stuff, which is fine. It just takes me longer because I have to like save up and stuff. But PDP, I love the PDPs. Um, yeah, I would love to get my hands on Smith and Wesson. Canic, I haven't even touched. Honestly, I haven't even thought about them, but I know a lot of people really like Canic. I just don't know. I need to look into it more. Grinch, MR556A4 or Sons of Liberty Mark One. That's tough. I don't have a MR556. That is one of my dream guns, to be honest. So I haven't shot it. I don't know anything about it. I love my Mark One though, but I'm pretty sure that if I got the MR556, I would choose that over anything. Just because cool factor, and also it's like one of the best rifles out there, according to a lot of people. Ballistics, what about Trijicon SRR aim point, Acro P2? What do I think about the new aim point COA? Trijicon SROs I've seen break before. It's just a really big window. If you like that and you want to risk it, I think that's fine. The aim point acros are just chunky, and like I would choose probably the 509T over both of those, to be honest. And the new COA is cool, but again, I'd probably still choose the 509T from Holosun, which is funny, but yeah. Or just a classic RMR Type 2. Swim, how much ammo do you go through monthly? I go through a lot. I go through a lot of ammo. I don't even know. I'm so grateful for my sponsor HSL because they help me monthly to be able to like keep the channel going. Shout out to them. Big thank you. But I mean, thousands of rounds I probably move through a month. It's crazy. I shoot a lot. Victor's, I'm currently building my own PCC with PSA lower and upper and SLR barrel. Nice. SLR is really nice. And honestly, it's probably going to work great. That's sick. Yeah. Tyro, I think Optics Planet changed a lot of their percentages starting at the beginning of this year. That's good to know. They didn't tell me that. Let's see. Teamco, have you changed your opinion on the shield arms mags for the Glock 43, 48? No, they're kind of the same as they were before. I still carry them, but I carry the Gen 2s still. Just they were the ones that always have run in my 43X. I haven't had any issues in that. So yeah, it's just really like buy one, see if it works in your gun. It's nice to be able to carry 15 instead of 10. So like, yes, I just wish there was more options out there. True pay dude, I live on the kit page. Love your stuff and the clean site. Say blessed. Thank you, man. I'm so glad. I try to keep the kit page updated. You probably notice like random design changes like every once in a while. It's just because I'm always in there getting things updated. I feel like every week I go through everything that I can to get it updated. So I appreciate you. Tactical Brew, the new Suns Mark One is freaking fire. I agree. It is fantastic. That was when we were talking about it, huh? LX 470 or LC 100? Let's see. Are you talking about cars or guns? Sorry, let me know. Can't wait to see your videos on TC. TC. Can't wait to see your videos on it. Oh, okay. Swim, what camera do you shoot your YouTube videos on? Yeah, all of the intros are shot on the Sony FX3 with a 16-35 Mark II, all Sony G Master, and then just a regular Video Mic Pro Plus mic from Rode, and then as long as you know how to edit audio, you can shoot 4K 120, slow it down, and it sounds really good. And then all of my talking head stuff in studio, everything you're seeing is through Canon. Usually top down is R6 on a 20 millimeter. The one you're looking at right now is R5 with a 35, and all like low aperture 1.4 to like 2.8, stuff like that. I think YouTube has a secret crush on you. Man, I wish they did. I wish they would tell me. Juan, TS 1911 Tank Commander 45 ACP. Is it a good gun? Ah, man, I don't know. TSAS. I have not heard of that one. I'll need to look it up. I don't know. A lot of good 1911s out there though right now. Are you getting the Stealth Arms Platypus comp or SIG GT4 2011? I've really liked the Stealth Arms Platypus. If I had to pick one, it'd probably be Stealth Arms. The comped version is sick, to be honest, really cool. But honestly, what's even kind of cooler, and I haven't made my video about it yet, but the Fusion Firearms 2011. Yeah, that thing is freaking awesome. Not gonna lie, that thing is awesome. Zeke, smash that like button, everybody. Thank you, dude. Tyro, I love the ADM lowers, man. Thank you, bro. Oh yeah, good to know. ADM lowers. I'll look into them. Jonathan, any plans of revolver build? I've got a back of revolvers here lately, and they're fun. I have honestly started this channel knowing that I hated revolvers, but the more I shoot, the more it is fun to like kind of try new things. So I might. And you know who actually builds a really cool revolver is Empire PBF. So if we do one, I would like to do it through them, and we'll see. Tyler, come on, 200K. Love your channel. Also, that short shirt is dope. Thank you. I have a feeling the second I post these, they are going to be gone. So that's good to know. They're really high quality too. I really like the material. Yeah, good to know. Let's the thoughts on training AK platform, PSA AKV for budget training and controls. Yeah, definitely run it. I think PSA actually makes pretty good AK. I'm not gonna lie. I really like the crink that I built with them. It's pretty nice. Love the content information. Update on original 365X macro without the ramjet. Great gun. Great gun overall. No like major updates with it or anything like that. It's been reliable and shoots really well. I'd probably choose a Walther PDP over it. I know the 365 is way slimmer. I wish that they would make a PDP Pro that was like slimline and make it feel the same as their large ones, because that would be a game changer gun. Ballistics, Blackout Defense, their Quantum AR series are nothing to sleep on. I really like their LMT, Mars, Ambulars as well. I've heard a lot about Blackout, and I was actually going to reach out to them because they reached out at one point, and then I just never heard back. So I need to get back in touch with them because their stuff looks really cool. Goth, any interest in the 338 ARC cartridge? I actually have a PSA rifle chambered in 338, and I just haven't even shot it yet. It's a rifle that I'm getting to. I just have a bunch I need to get through first. So when I get there, I will let you know. Patrick, Sons of Liberty. Is this like the Patrick? Is this the Patrick from Stop in the Shop sometime? I would love to. I would seriously love to. Big fan of your stuff, man. Are you okay? Yeah, I'd love to do that. Ooh, what? Somebody just sent me a super like thing. Hold on. Cutting in line. RD Hunters 105. Thank you so much, dude. If you were starting today, how would you make and or start your gun YouTube? Been wanting to try it out, just don't know where to start. Solid question. So the first thing that I would do if I was building a gun channel is I would focus on lighting and audio. You can shoot on an iPhone, you can shoot on any camera you want as long as you have good lighting and good audio. So like buy a light dome, make the light source as large as possible and as soft as possible. And you can do that with a light dome. Just type in light dome. And then invest in like a DJI mic, like the Mini 2s are really good. And then record on whatever you want. Turn off all the lights, cut out all the light and everything. Turn on your key light, get some backlight, like these two tube lights in the back. And then for under $1,000, you can have a setup that looks like this and sounds like somewhat close to this. People will watch your videos longer if they sound better. Sound is half the visual experience. So if you have crap audio, then people tend to not want to stick around very long. So I invested heavily in my audio. I have a Shure SM7B. This is like one of the most popular podcasting mics. It gives my voice like the deep bass note that everyone like tends to feel like is soothing. So yeah, I would invest in lighting and audio. And after that, script all of your videos and read them from a teleprompter if you're not good at talking. Just stay on topic, edit all the fluff out, and put out like interesting, quality educational content. That's like a good way to do it. Your videos don't need to be 10 minutes. They can be 3 minutes long as they're useful and people will share them more often anyway. So yeah, that's what I would do. You really don't need super nice gear or anything like that. You just need good quality audio and lighting and script your videos. And then do you like lever actions? I hope that answered your question. Let me know if you, sorry. I hope that answered your question. Let me know if you have any other questions. Happy to help. Evan, do you like lever actions? I do like lever actions. I think they are super fun. I only have one, but it's a gun I will never sell. Blackout Media, what is your favorite new product from SHOT Show? Much love. Sorry, I got to take a drink real quick. While I think about that. What was I impressed by? To be honest, there wasn't a lot that I was like shocked with. I know LWRCI made a really cool 300 blackout that I'm interested in. And then hold on, it's coming to me. To be honest, Steiner made this really cool laser that I'm pretty interested in, especially as I get more into like night vision and stuff. A lot of people think it's ugly. I think it's kind of ugly, but I also think it's awesome because really good technology went into it. What else is there? I'm sure I'll think of something else and it'll pop into my brain and I'll be like, blackout, this is what else. So give me a second. Viva la France. Will you do an M&P 9mm 2.0 build? I would love to do an M&P. I just need to buy it. So yeah, we'll see. We will see. Dragon, first tools to make the gunsmithing station. For first tools. So you're going to need a set of bits. I would just go and buy like a 50-piece bit set. There's a good chance you're going to use 10% of them, but it's always nice to have all the ones in case you need them. And then you go buy a screwdriver thing that can accept bits. It's like the interchangeable screwdriver thing. I probably use that multiple times a day, every single day when I'm working on guns. Besides that, you need a vise. A vise is one of the most helpful things that you can have. So if you have a bit set, interchangeable screwdriver, a vise, and an armorer's wrench, you can pretty much build ARs and like pretty much everything else. Those are all things I use on a regular basis. I mean, it's nice to have like torque wrenches and stuff like that. And then it's nice to have like a chem kit. Just type in AR-15 chem kit. And that comes with like red Loctite, blue Loctite, rock set, and then like the greases that you need in order for things to not seize. What else? Like you probably want a heat gun at some point. And then you're also probably going to want a blowtorch at some point to get like muzzle devices off and stuff like that. So those are all things I'm looking at my gun bench right now and trying to figure out. those are all things that I use on like a regular basis. But the vise for sure is very, very nice. I went with Real Avid, huge fan of those. Um, it's awesome. And then, yeah, Real Avid has like pretty much everything you could need with like gunsmithing stuff. So that's what I would do. Found you through Galco shoulder holster vid. Getting my first pistol soon. Really like H&K V9 or Beretta 80. Congrats on 200K. Thank you so much. Thank you. We're trying to get there. We're at 199,226. So we have just under 800 subs to go in order to get to 200,000. Very exciting. So your first gun, huh? First pistol. HK V9, all very expensive. I think those are great options. Maybe look into the Walther PDP Pro. I think you might really like it. Kind of chunky, but really, really nice. So think about it. What AR build do you recommend from your YouTube for my first one? Totally depends on your budget. If you, I have a whole page that I dedicated to on the kit page called Build an AR. I think that's what it's called. Hold on. USA. Kit page. This is a really important one, actually, because I did it specifically for these questions because I get it so often. Build a custom AR. It is the first kit on the rifles portion in the kit page. And I list 3 of my top recommended rifles from high end to budget, depending on what you want. And then I do that for the entire AR. Super, super good information in there. That's what I highly recommend you go and check out. It's actually one of my favorite kits right now because I can refer to it all the time and it's like very, very up to date. Do you keep all the guns you build or do you sell them after the video to fund the next project? It's like yes and no. I keep a lot of them. Like I have a lot of them still. It's like every once in a while, like a really old build where I'm like, okay, I'm probably never going to shoot that again. I would sell it, and it's really just to make room and fund the next project. So it really just depends. Like I do have 1 or 2 of them for sale actually right now. So it's like yes and no. I keep most of them though. I never have the intent to sell them. I guess I should say. Tyler, have you reached out to Taryn? I have not reached out to Taryn. I haven't met him though. I met him at the guns.com party. He's a nice guy. Congratulations on 200,000 followers. Good job. And thank you. Thank you so much, dude. We're almost to 200,000. 227, 228. It just went up. It just went up. We got a subscriber. So yeah, we still have just under 800 subscribers to go. Tactical considerations. We sent 30 HK416 back for failures. 30? You sent 30 back for failures? Dang, dude. What kind of failures? Now I'm all curious. That's actually crazy. Good to know. Honestly, 0 issues with my Mark 1. So noted. That's crazy. Tyler, also your thoughts on Gideon Omega. Haven't looked into it. I have no idea. I'll have to look into it. Champ, what up, Del? Congrats from Detroit. Nice, dude. I've been to Detroit. Place is crazy. Atlas, what do you think of the new Daniel Defense X1? What? I don't know. Here, let me look it up really quick. Daniel Defense X1. What are you? Let's see. DD4X1. Is that one? Is that what you're talking about? X1. Why can't I find it? Hold on. Hold, please. Oh, that's why. The SHOT Show. Yeah, dude, that thing's freaking sick. That's actually one of the things that really impressed me at SHOT Show. Super excited for that to come out for the civilian market. I mean, a lot of really cool tech inside of that rifle that makes it like truly, truly duty ready. Really cool. Yeah. No, that's something I was actually going to make a video at SHOT Show on that gun in particular because of how cool I thought it was. Big fan. Big fan of it. Yeah, that thing is cool. Let's see. Awesome choice for first pistol picks. I agree. Crash. My .2 on the Gideon Omega is a no-go. Oh, he's answering the other guy. Yeah. Sam 7K or 300 blackout AR. What is this Sam 7K? I don't know. I do love a 300 blackout though, especially with an FRT. That stuff is sweet. I'll probably go 300 blackout. Hammond just got my Walther PDP Pro Compact the other week. Excited to see Radiant start to come out with more on that platform. Fingers crossed. That'd be crazy. If they do, I don't know if they have any intentions. Maybe tactical considerations can fill us in on that. But yeah, if Radiant's going to start making Walther PDP stuff, I'm very interested. Very interested in that. Recommendations for conceal carry with thumb safety. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really use thumb safeties or guns with them. I'm trying to think. I think Smith & Wesson shields have an option with the thumb safety. So if I was going to choose a gun with a thumb safety, it'd probably be that one, like a Shield 2.0. I think they have an option. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. If they do, I would go with that one. Pen, what are your favorite striker fired pistols? Striker fired, I mean, I've been talking about it all night. Walther PDP Pro Compact, huge fan of it. I actually just got another one because of how much I loved it, just so I can build it out in a more concealable way, and I might start concealing it. So the PDP Pro is just freaking awesome. I also have the F model, so I'm going to be testing that one as well next to it. Just a big fan of that gun overall. I really like the Daniel H9, honestly, pretty controversial, but that gun, I shoot really well with it. I think it's awesome. And then like the classics, I still love Glock. I really do. I think the Glock 19, the 43X are just awesome. I think they're great. And I mean, there's just so many out there, to be honest. Like Smith & Wesson makes awesome ones. Man, I can make a whole list, but yeah, a lot of good ones. The Walther right now, I'm really impressed with. Guns, quick question. What do you guys think of the government trying to ban every automatic rifle and handgun? Not a fan. Won't happen. Brian, is the Loophole Mark 1 to 4.5 daylight bright on sunny bright days? Daylight bright on sunny bright days. Like the reticle. That is one of my favorite optics, like for ARs in general. Huge fan of it. I have never had any issues with the reticle being too dim. Hopefully that answers your question. Nathan, favorite conceal carry in the waistband holster, 10 core tier 1. It's definitely tier 1. Tier 1 Axis Elite is by far one of my favorites. I reached out to them and got a specific discount code so I could push their stuff more and give it to you guys for less. Like I love their stuff. It is actually fantastic. And I'm like one of the only people they gave a discount code to. I don't know why, but they were like, yeah, we never do this, but if you really want to do that for people, then here you go. I was like, thank you. So check the Get page for that. Let's see, Swim, do you think the gun tuber market is too saturated? I've thought about starting my own channel a lot. You're a big inspo for me. No, it's never too saturated. You can always do something different. I mean, I was watching Grantham, early days, trying to figure out like how to start my channel. And he was a big inspiration for me. And at that point, there was like tons and tons. I was watching all these videos from all these different creators and like gaining inspiration and stuff like that. And I just built my own style based on what I saw lacking in those videos. And so there's always something that you can do better in your own way, in your own style. And even if you like copy, I mean, like my intros and Granthams, like obviously there are similarities in those. It's hard to like do something different. So just take what other people do and do it the best that you can, and you'll be totally fine. Let's see, paint. Why not the Marlboro font? I don't know, dude. It doesn't look very good. Like I already had a designer kind of put the font on there, and it just did not look right. Marlboro looks good because of the letters inside of Marlboro, if that makes sense. So like it's a full design thing. Um, yeah, it just doesn't look right. So if I was going to do it, it would have to be in my own style, and I don't know. So yeah, I have to figure out that design. That's what I mean with I'm still figuring out the design. Hunter, if you were starting a day, how would you make enter start? Oh, I already answered that question. Yep, that's what I would do. That's right. Oh, and then you sent that super like. Oh, appreciate you, dude. Hunter, I hope I answered your question. Let me know if I didn't. Made it to the live. Let's go. Sweet. Angels, what's up, man? With all your content creation, you have to find your niche and capitalize on that. That's true. I did answer that one. Let's see. Dragon should get a revolver to match your 357 lever action, full cowboy loadout. Don't tempt me. I might actually do that. I think that'd be so fun. I like ride in a horse for the intro. That'd be epic. Parker, if you're going to chuck an FRT in the Daniel PCC, which one would you pick, and why haven't you put one on your PCC? There is one on my PCC. I just didn't show it in the video, but there is one in mine. And which one would I choose? Unfortunately, we all kind of know which one is really good, and it's someone that we don't want to buy from, unfortunately. I don't know how to navigate that, because it's like you don't want to give somebody that you don't want to support their company money, but at the same time, they make really good product. So I think we all know who I'm talking about, and I'm not going to shout them out, but there's lots of options out there. I think AS Designs also makes one. But I know for sure the one that works really well inside of the Daniel PCC is the same one that Delta Team Tactical used to sell. And I think we all know the lore on Delta Team Tactical. So do with that what you will. I don't know. I only have experience with those. What camera did you start filming your weapon breakdown videos on with? So that was all done on the Canon EOS R, and I moved up to the R5 shortly. No, actually, no, I was wrong. I always had the R5. It was probably always on the R5. Canon R5. Such a great camera. Despop, let's get you to 200K then. Dude, how you doing, Joe? Thanks for being here. Miss you, man. Joe and I hung out like all of SHOT Show, and I loved every second of it. Good guy. Dragon, a great mic is the Rode Pod mic. It's only $100, and you can find them on sale at some retailers. Good choice. Yo, Despop. Tact knows him too. Dig the Armory and Studio. Thank you, man. Matt Floyd, you deserve all the good fortune, hard work, and dedication. It's rare when someone is mechanically inclined and has an artistic touch. You, sir, are a professional. Matt, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Let's see, Tyler, I'm trying to get my hands on an Extreme Performance Bull XPB carrier group in Flat Dark Earth. How quick are they restocked? Dude, I haven't seen them restocked in a while. And I might reach out to them. I don't know where they're at with their company and stuff like that. I hope they're not going under, but I haven't seen them stock in a while. I still think it's a great bull carrier group, though. One of the best. Swenson, congrats, brother. Question. I purchased my first 2 handguns last year, ready for my first AR, but don't want to spend $2K. Also unsure about 16 versus 14.5, etc. What's your rec? Again, go to the kit page on my website and go to the build an AR one. I have all the recommendations of all the rifles that I currently recommend right now and parts and like a full breakdown of all the AR stuff. So I would definitely do that. In my opinion, 16 versus 14.5, not a huge difference. I would just run 16. My go-to picks are like 12, 5, 16, and then anything above 16 is kind of just like a long range gun to me. So it's either 12, 5, or 16 for me. 14.5s, I don't super care about. I don't think the ballistics really matters compared to what you're losing. Like when you're running a 16-inch rifle with a suppressor, it's long anyway, and then a 14.5 with a suppressor is like the same thing. So I'm like, why would I reduce ballistic performance and have weirder gas tuning? I'd rather just run a 16 and gain performance for like literally barely nothing noticeable on the end. And then a short build 12.5 all day long. 12.5 is fantastic. So if you want a short gun, 12.5 in 5.56. If you're going like 300 blackout or something else, then you can go shorter. Anyway, we're talking about 5.56 specifically. Unless of course you're buying a Mark 1, which you're not because those are crazy amount of money, and then you just get whatever barrel length they come with. Tyro, if you're building it though, 12.5. Tyro, can you make a video on how to do that with video, audio, and post it on your kit page for members? That's a really good idea. Actually, that's not a bad idea at all. I might do that. I just need to figure out. I didn't even think about doing that. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll put that on the list. I will put that on the list. Greatness, any EDC changes? Honestly, I haven't made an EDC video in a long time because I am like a creature of habit. As soon as I find something that works for me, I don't change it. Like I still carry the exact same knife. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to show this on live. So it's the Benchmade shootout. And then it honestly, I still carry the Olight i3T in titanium. I'll probably never not carry this thing. It's fantastic. So yeah, I carry the same stuff. Same wallet. Like I updated my phone. That's it. So yeah. Matt Floyd, tactical considerations is also awesome. I agree. He's a good man. Let's see. Okay, this is charged enough. Hold on. Oh yeah. Now we can watch it. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay. There's our little clock that we can watch. How exciting. Tow Truck, been watching since the beginning. Thank you, man. Thank you for the support. Angels, what do you think of the Kimber 2K11 comp? Pretty cool. I actually looked at those at SHOT Show. Was pretty impressed with them. I probably wouldn't buy one, but if they send one over, I'll definitely review it. Cody, plan on reviewing any Noveskis. Noveski's tough because they don't talk to anybody and they are extremely expensive. So I don't know. I mean, what's funny is I would probably run a Sons of Liberty over Noveski anyway. I really like their PCC lowers and uppers. Like it's so aesthetic for me. So if I was gonna buy one, it'd probably be one of their PCCs, but they're just so expensive. I don't really know if I want to justify that right now. So yeah, cool, expensive. Probably won't get one. Let's see. Do you think there's a major difference from 10.5 and 11.5 with 5.56? So no. The answer is no. For me, like the ballistic performance isn't much different, and then what's really different is gas timing and dwell time and how easy it is to tune and be comfortable. 10.5 is really hard on your parts. And you're going to notice that like your bolt carrier group's going to wear down faster, your upper receiver is, your gas tubes are going to blow out. 10.5 is just a really aggressive, hard gas tune in general, length. So it was a standard for a long time, and now everyone's like slowly moving up, and 12.5 has become the new sweet spot. Not super hard on your parts, great ballistic performance, still not super big, and so that's where I've landed. 12.5 is like, in my opinion, fantastic. I liked 11.5 for a while, and then 12.5 was just that much better. Yep. Jacob, new merch coming soon? Maybe. Stay tuned. We'll see. Chef, I have a Springfield St. Victor with a 1.8 strike Eagle scope on it. If I wanted to make this into my general purpose rifle, what else would you recommend putting or trading with? Is that all you have? Because I would definitely put a sling, and I would definitely use a light. Sling, light. Maybe iron sights. But you really don't like need them. But yeah, sling and light for sure. And I have all of that on the kit page, build an AR, all of my top recommendations. Kyle, any insight on how the NFA stamps are looking for Form 1 and 4? I've been getting stamps back in a couple weeks, so it's been like not bad. Yeah, Form 1s are probably a lot quicker than Form 4s. Form 4s are suppressors, by the way. Form 1s are SBRs, if you were wondering. So yeah, not too bad. Where do you get your style from? My style was born from crippling anxiety in middle school and high school, being not very good at style. Oh, you're probably talking about like my videos. Man, I just opened up there for a second. Joking. I'm joking. Where do I get my style from? I really like minimal aesthetics. I really like clean aesthetics. And so it's really just like personal preference. I feel like when I look at an AR that has like a certain design aspect to it, I'm like, that is aesthetic or it's not. And I don't really know how to explain it. It's just the way that I feel. Art. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, I mean, I really get it from other people, I guess. Like everybody kind of, yeah, I just see what I like and then I try to make it in my own way. Tyro, plans for building a 6mm arc or 6mm max? If I do, it'll be a 6 arc because that round's really cool. I haven't played with it yet, but I am interested. So we'll kind of see how that goes. I haven't really looked into it enough. Let's see. Need some water. Water break. Can this go to 8 during my water break? We'll see. I'll give it one more. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see. Moving on. Kyle, any plans to do a Springfield Armory Echelon? I've heard so many good things about the Echelon. I just honestly haven't looked into it enough. But I'm sure at some point I will. I just haven't looked into it enough. So potentially. Guns brother, I have a question. If I wanted to do a live stream with you and talk about how I got into guns and customizing, that'd be cool. I'm down. Potentially. I need to look into like logistics and stuff. But yeah, maybe. How got you into guns and customizing? Do you have a podcast? Do you have a podcast or something? That'd be cool. I'm trying to build this gun channel, and it would be one of the best people to have on for clickbait. This is honest. That's funny. Yeah, maybe. I mean, let's talk about it. What camera do I use for recording? I talked about this a little bit. FX3 for all of my intros, Canon R5, and R6 for everything else. Oh, Junkhead. Thank you, man. Thanks for the super like thing. Junkhead says you got the best taste in gun builds on YouTube. Easy. Hoping to clone your Daniel PCC soon. Dude, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's awesome. I'm glad you guys like them. I build them for myself for sure. And I am grateful that other people appreciate them too. The Gunny Gunner, what's up, dude? Waiting 3 weeks on 3 Form 1s and the 5th week on 2 Form 4s. Gotten a lot longer. Used to have 36-hour turnaround. Yeah, they definitely slowed down after the first, just because everyone started filing. But yeah, what's up, Gunny Gunner? Thoughts on Rise Armament? Hot take, not a huge fan of them, honestly, just because I had one of their triggers like blow up in my gun and just not work at all. And I was like, okay, Rise, probably never again. So yeah, they're going to have to earn back some trust. The Gunny Gunner, we got to get you out to a local match. I'd be interested. I think that'd be fun. Next Shot Precision is always trying to get me to do some stuff like with matches, and I don't know, I just haven't. I'm interested. I'm not interested. I think it'd be fun. Yes, I mean, great channel. I commend you on your excellent content quality work for sure. The PDP line is great and underrated. I found myself defending it often. Many don't like how thick the slides are. I too don't like how thick the slides are, but I think the pros outweigh the cons, and it's really a great gun in general. Really a great gun. Kyle, settle the debate once and for all. Who makes the best pistol grip? Man, honestly, if I could only pick one for the rest of forever, it's the Magpul K2 Plus. It's a great grip. It's great. It's the rubberized structure is fantastic. The angle is just about perfect. The width of it is great. It is just it's a great grip. So Magpul K2 Plus, if I had to pick one. JBS Soldiers Pass shooting range right now. Where you at? Oh, don't tell me, dude. I'll drive right over. That'd be fun. Oh, dang, we hit two more followers when I wasn't looking. That's cool. Dang, that's freaking awesome. We're moving. Hold on. I might wear this hat just because. It's like a celebrate hat. That's what it reminds me of, to celebrate. Does it look like a celebrate hat? It's got like a little glass on it. This was actually a hat that I got at a wedding, and I've worn it a bunch just because I like it. Anyway, celebrating. Whoa, we're at 240 now. Sick, dude. Are we gonna hit this tonight? We'll see. We will see. Let's see, Hammond. It'd be cool to see some more of the PSA Sabre lineup featured and upgraded. They seem to be continually putting out great products, even though their customer service isn't fantastic. Yeah, I agree with you. I do want to do some of their Sabre line because it's kind of cool. I just haven't looked super far into it. Honestly, I'm just trying to get out of my backlog of builds that I have. So, but I am interested. Oh no, we lost one. That's okay. Noah, do you have any experience with Patriot order? Did we cut out? Are we back? Are we back, everybody? Not sure what happened there. Cut out for a second. Let me know. Are we back? Throw a W in the chat. If you can hear me and I'm not talking to a wall. W's. All right, sick. Okay, we're back. Okay, any experience with Patriot Ordnance Factory rifles, specifically their P415? No. Let me look it up real quick. Sorry, that was probably loud. Patriot Ordnance P415. Let me see real quick. Interesting. Kind of looks like an HK. I have no experience with it, but it looks pretty cool. So no opinion yet, but I might look into that. I'm going to leave that tab up. Big, what are your thoughts on Smith & Wesson's product Shield versus a Glock 43X MOS? Yeah, that's a tough one, actually. I mean, honestly, I think Shield is some of the best like beginner handguns out there. If somebody asked me, should I get a Shield or 43X, it would be a very tough debate for me. I'd be like, which one do you shoot better with? That is the one you should pick. But ultimately, they are very close, very similar in a lot of ways. Both of them are really good. So if you shot better with the Shield, which you likely would, not gonna lie, you'd probably pick a Shield. The 43X though, it's a fantastic gun. Sorry. Water break. Oh wow, dude! Every time I look away, we go up like 2. That's awesome. That's awesome. Gunner. Dude, give us your top 3 dream guns, no budget, no mechanical limitations. Oh my gosh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for it. Okay, if the HK416 or the MR556A4 never broke, never had issues, then probably that would be one of my favorites. Man, and then if I could just custom build an AR, then that would probably be the next one. And then if I could build out a long range like Tika or a oh man, there's so many things. Like a Lapua or just a normal 6.5. I love all of those as long range, and then a Daniel PCC. Honestly, I really love the Daniel PCC. I think they're fantastic. I have so many. Yeah, that's a terrible question for me. There's too many. Morg, I literally just bought a Mark 1 on Friday. Let's go. Huge purchase. You will cry once. Hammond Design. Have you shot any rifles in 223 Wild? Yeah, I've actually built a couple ARs in 223 Wild, and big fan of them. I think they shoot really well, accurately wise. The cool thing about 223 Wild is they are designed to shoot both 223 and 5.56 as accurately as possible. And it's really just a barrel rated for both, and specifically designed to be accurate in both. So yeah, I think they're great. Let's see. Tyro, he has a ton on the kit page. Yes, that is true. Gunnosaurus, let's go. People, let's get this man to 200,000 subscribers. He deserves it. Thank you so much, dude. Dude, we are actually going up. This is crazy. It's so funny because like I watch the subscriber count every once in a while and like feels like it never moves, and I'll wait a week and I'm like, oh man, when am I ever gonna hit 1 million? It's gonna take forever, but we are moving. Look at that. Real time. So stoked. This is awesome. This is super fun. Let's see, what happened to your Wooks Mossberg 590? I still have it. That is one of my favorite shotguns that I will probably ever build. Huge fan of that thing. I still have it. Tyler, what is the bolt carrier group to go for if I can't get the extreme performance bolt in flat dark earth? I would just get a basic. I actually have 3 recommendations that are all on the kit page again, on the build and AR section. But one of my favorites right now is actually from the build. What's it called? Hold on, I have it right here. Let me pull it out. I'm like, should I drop a link? I don't know if that's going to get me banned. The VKTR bolt carrier group, though, is like one of my favorites. It actually does what it says it does, which I'm really impressed by. Really high quality, super nice. If you don't want to spend that much money because they're unbelievably expensive, I would just get a Daniel Defense or a Sons of Liberty. Both of those are going to do a really good job, and you're going to get your money's worth. So that's what I would do. Safety, howdy. How you doing? Miguel, what do you think of the new gun law changes in Colorado? I haven't heard of them, but I'm sure they're terrible. I am sure they're terrible. I'm sorry if you live in Colorado. Raise, every time my girl hears her voice from the other room, she checks the bank account. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's funny, though. Strapped. How's the fancy Toyota holding up? It is doing real good. My fancy Toyota that starts with an L is doing really good. I love that thing. Oh my gosh. It's going up. Who's going to be 250? Who is going to be 250? What did we start at? Did we start at under 200, or were we right at 200? There's no way we got 200 already. That'd be crazy. I mean, we're definitely going up, though. Okay. Style E30s, if you know, you know. E30s all day, man. E30s are freaking so fun. Hate working on them, love driving them. Strapped. Also, doing these horizontal lives tend to be more subscribers only unless your title is searched. Vertical live is fashion. You can catch the people doom scrolling shorts. Oh, that's good to know. Should I also go live on my phone and just have it right here and do a vertical on like TikTok or something? That's good to know. Greatness, really want a 43X, but coming from a 19, it feels too small in the hand. Haven't shot one yet, but did you have that problem? I have long fingers. I have like relatively normal sized hands. So the 43X feels totally fine to me, and the 19 also feels fine. So that's a tough one. Yeah, I don't know. I totally understand what that feels like, though, because with the original P365 XL, I was like, this grip is way too small. I hated it, and I never shot that gun. And then once the X Macro came out, I was like, this is way better. So yeah, just shoot whatever one you feel more comfortable with. I used to have nightmares that I would like grip my gun and it would feel like loose in my hand. Freaked me out. Anyway, Honey Badger build, maybe. Probably not, though. To be honest, probably not. Maybe, though. Thank you, Junkhead. Again, I just got down to your comment. Astro Official, nothing cooler than the kit page, guys. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you for that awesome shout out. I appreciate it. I spent so much time building the kit page, and I am so glad that you guys like it. Benitez, I built my 43X, all thanks to you. Let's go. Oh, dang. We hit 250. Nice. Leave a comment if you were the 250th. Thank you. Michael. Oh, man. I feel like I'm getting trolled. That's actually hilarious. What all legally, unless YouTube is just literally unsubscribing people, that might be happening. What all legally do you have to do to build an SBR? So legally, all you have to do is not buy the parts until you fill out the ATF Form 1. And it's all stuff that you do at home yourself. And you can look up a YouTube video. I literally, yeah, I'm not going to say anything else. Just look up a YouTube video. Super easy. Super easy. 2A today. You got to head over to the north NH for a hunt. Oh yeah, North New Hampshire. Huh? I'll join you. And the crew neck, my bro. Seriously, you need the crew neck? Yeah, dude. I freaking love these. I know. I got to get them on the site. I will. Any insight on the SLR 9mm AR lower? I don't have any insights on it, but let me look it up really quick because I do like SLR. SLR 9mm AR lower. Let me look really quick. Ooh. Yeah, it's got like a similar vibe as the Noveski. I might look into this, to be honest. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I'm leaving this tab up for sure. That's sick. I could be a fan. Carl, any 32 ACP content on the way, like the new Beretta 80X? If I do a 32 ACP, actually, no, I don't know. Beretta 80X. Let me look it up. Beretta 32 80X. It is the 80X. Cheetah. The Cheetah? Is that what it's called? Whoa. No way. This thing's kind of sick. You guys are dropping some like really cool stuff. You have piqued my interest. I will leave that tab up as well. Very cool. I'll look into it. Looks cool though. Farmhouse rules. Advice to Virginia residents. All I can do is apologize because I have no idea. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea. If you live in one of those states that literally hates you, I have no idea. Because what are you going to do? Move? No. Like if they started doing crap here in Utah, like there's no way I'm going to leave my whole family. It just doesn't make sense. Like you gotta fight your. Well, I really shouldn't incite stuff. You need to vote. It's like, what are you doing? You know, it's a bunch of bull crap. House rules. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Ricky, I want to build an MCX if you think it's good. To be honest, SIG, say what you want about them. They make great stuff. So I think you would really like an MCX from them. I think they're awesome. Safety, thoughts on Bilson Arms pump style charging action AR-15? What? Hold on. I got it. This is Bilson Arms pump style charging AR-15. Let's see what we got here, shall we? If this is some like weird thing, I mean, it seems like I can only have this because I live in California situation. What? Pump style? What? Okay. Kind of weird, but like interesting for sure. Huh. Yeah, wow. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna leave that tab open. Because it's weird. And we'll talk about that one day. Maybe I'll get one. Realized Alessa wasn't subscribed. Don't worry, I yelled at her for you. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That's so funny. Tell Alyssa hi for me. That's funny. Gunsasaurus, who makes the best AR-15 barrels for a 16-inch? I mean, to be honest, Daniel Defense makes really, really good barrels. So can't go wrong there. Again, I have all of these. I actually have 4 recommendations listed on my kit page under the build and AR section. The Daniel Defense is on there, their government barrel. I have Geisley listed as well, Criterion and Roscoe. So those are my top 4 recommendations. Those are my top 4. Thanks for turning me on to Midwest Industries handguards, lowers, and uppers. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, Midwest makes some really good stuff. Really good stuff. Super impressed with them so far. Big fan. Dude, 54. Let's go. I feel like every time I point it out, though, I lose 3. So maybe I'll stop doing that. But that's exciting. That's super exciting. Woohoo! Okay. Consource. And if you guys see when I ask a question and it doesn't make sense because I'm using a talking app, so I apologize. All right. Please tell me the pronunciation of Sabre is a homage to The Office. I have no idea. That's funny. Gormans, to the new suppressors. Oh man, to the new suppressors, do I need to change the muzzle for the Daniel Defense PCC to get a specific type of adapter? New to suppressors, yeah. So it depends on the can that you're running and the mounting system on the suppressor. If you're running like a Silencer Co. Omega 9K or Spectre 9, you're probably going to want to run their 3-lug adapter and then get a 3-lug half by 28 muzzle device. That's one of my favorites for PCCs. I think the 3-lug attachment style is super solid, as well as it's almost always bore centric. So it allows for perfect concentricity from barrel out the suppressor. And I really appreciate that, especially when it comes to accuracy, because a lot of people don't know this, and I actually have been wanting to make a video about this. I just haven't yet. But something really important with suppressors is concentricity and making sure that your barrel is perfectly aligned with the suppressor baffles. And you can check that with concentricity rods. And that's a really important thing. But how you get perfect concentricity is making sure that the muzzle device is perfectly flush to a well machined barrel. If your barrel is machined slightly off and then you stick your muzzle device to it and then you tighten it down, it's going to be slightly off as well. And that is going to cause your suppressor to dip down slightly. And that's going to cause inaccuracy issues down the road. So if you put your can on your gun and you're like, why am I getting like the craziest groups? That's because likely you're not bore centric. Anyway, I just learned all of this because a ton of my guns were having issues. And I was like, this is so frustrating. This should be like a sub MOA gun. And I was shooting 77 grain, like super high end ammo. And I was just getting like these huge groups. And I was like, I don't suck, I swear. So I take the can off, shoot it again, and like close my groups like crazy, be stacking them. And I found out it was because I was using shims to time all of my muzzle devices. And what ended up happening is the shims weren't perfectly flat. And so the muzzle device was like slightly tweaked in one direction or the other when I tightened it down. And so I pulled all the shims off of all of my ARs and just started like not caring about timing because I'm running a can anyway. And then I'm usually running like a 3-prong muzzle device. So timing really doesn't matter at the end of the day, unless you're using a literal bird cage where it has like the bottom covered and the top ports. So that's why I run 3 prongs now, because I can just twist them on, tighten them, no shims. And generally it allows for more concentricity and more accuracy. So anyway, I was going to make a whole video about that, but instead I just spewed it all to you now. Long story short, yes, run whatever muzzle device you like from the suppressor manufacturer that it comes from. Wow, we got a couple of subscribers from there. Oh, my wife just texted me. You should read the comments in your head first, or maybe like scan for question marks. Oh, thanks for the tip. Maybe, wait, you should read the comments in your head. No, because then people are sitting there wondering what I'm doing because I'm a slow reader. But thank you, wife. My wife is the best. CRKD, here from Tactical Considerations recommendation. Dude, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy. Enjoy the rest of the content. I've got a bunch of videos that you can enjoy. Swenson, appreciated. 16, it is. I'll check out the new kit page. Are you still running the Irradian Ramjet on your 43X? Unsure about purchasing versus just getting another gun for the money. Totally valid. The Irradian products are like crazy expensive, and you could probably go buy a whole nother gun. I still really like running the Irradian Ramjet on my 43X. It is like one of my favorite setups. I still carry it. So if it's tough, man. Like, honestly, though, I wouldn't worry about running the Ramjet on the 43X in particular unless you're like, don't care about the money. Like, it's awesome to run it for sure. But if I would rather run the Ramjet on like a full-sized, like true secondary that I'm running on my hip, training like that. That's where I think the Ramjet thrives, is like on a Glock 45 or something like that. So maybe put that money towards a Glock 45 and then build the Glock 45 over time. I think you would like that more. Yeah. Brian, DD Mark 18, 11.5 or SIG MCX Spear 11.5. I'm going to go Daniel Defense Mark 18. I do like the Spear for sure, but the Mark 18, the Mark 18 is too good. Yep. Let's see. No cap. Hey, I need a little help. The P365X macro, Springfield, Echelon, or 43X. Which one is worth the money and would be a do-it-all gun? That's a tough one. I've heard a lot of good things about the Echelon. 43X is the gun that I carry still. I freaking love it. The X macro. I mean, they're all really great options. It just depends on how much money you want to spend after to get it to like a place where you're super satisfied with it. With the Glock, you're going to have to spend another $250, maybe $300 to get it to like an awesome place. 365 comes pretty good out of the box. You just risk not being able to have kids one day. And then I don't have an Echelon, so you gotta kind of take my word on the other two. It's tough. I mean, shoot them all and figure out which one you shoot the best with, and then that's the one you should pick. Let's see. Thoughts on Colt's new Patrol AR? I haven't seen it. Let's look it up. Colt AR-15 new Patrol rifle. Let's see. Interesting. I'm seeing a lot of varying results here. Let me. Oh, okay. I think I found it. To be honest, it looks like a Midwest Industries rifle for. Oh, interesting. Around the same price. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's a Colt, so it's probably great. I mean, I don't know that for sure, but I feel like they would make a reliable AR for sure. The things that I'm noticing, though, right off the bat, like, for example, the Midwest Industries Night Fighter 11.5, you're going to get better hardware. You get a Radian Raptor and Talon, and then you get a better grip. And so like stuff like that comes better right out of the box. So that's money you don't have to spend. But this is a Colt. I mean, Midwest Industries, though, is really good, in my opinion. So I'd probably choose like the Midwest Industries over this. But still, that's really cool that they're selling something like that. I don't think that's a bad option. I don't think that's a bad option at all. You're just going to have to switch out some stuff to be a little better. Gray Dragon, 2A lovers getting dookied on by their state. Should all just move to Texas, greatest country in the world. I've got a lot of friends in Texas, so, and they all think it is as well. Utah gang here. You should build a gun 9.5 by 25. Wait, 9 by 25 Dylan. I think they're double stack 357 Magnum. I'm probably going to pass. That sounds crazy though. If a friend brought me that and was like, "Hey, shoot this," I'd be like, "This is so fun," and I would give it back. Sounds expensive. Any thoughts on the Vortex 1 to 10 AMG? I feel like I need to keep Gucciing my Gucci HK. If you have $6,000 to spend on the Vortex AMG, let me look it up again. Vortex AMG 1 to 10. I am genuinely curious because I actually want this as well just to see. MSRP on Vortex's site is $6,399. $6,500 for an optic sounds so unbelievably ridiculous. I like if it is not the best optic in the world, I would be shocked that they are selling it for that price. Do you know what I mean? Like it has to be the best to sell it for over $6,000. Crazy. I want one though. We'll see. Maybe Optics Planet will sponsor one. Please, Optics Planet. Hey, we're almost to 260. That's exciting. Strapped with the Bilson Arms Pump AR, you don't need to remove hand way back to charge it. I just put so it's a normal AR. I thought you had to like pump it every time like a shotgun. It's literally just once and then you're good to go. I see what you're saying. Interesting. Very interesting. Definitely check them out. Yeah, okay. Ramjet is a game changer on the 43X, in my opinion. Yeah, no, it definitely is. It definitely is. It's really cool. But something that a lot of people don't think about is how concussive the Ramjet is. And you're shooting 9 mil still out of a very short barrel. If you're doing that without ear pro, like in a defense situation, you're definitely going to mess yourself up. Like shooting, it is so freaking concussive. So something to think about, you know. I don't know. Fix the tab slowing your browser. There's definitely something. Okay, apparently this one is running stuff. Okay, I fixed it. Let's see. Gunsaurus, what is the best self-defense ammunition for a 5.56? I used to really like, and I still like the Hornady defense stuff, but recently I've realized that the most important thing to me is accuracy. And like, if I'm going to run a self-defense round, I just want it to work as perfectly as possible. And so SIG 77 grain match or Marksman Elite has become my new self-defense ammo that I keep in ARs. Not for like inside, but like a truck gun. I'm definitely running SIG Sauer Marksman Elite 77 grain. Just because if I ever did have to take a shot, I need that shot to be perfect. And I can stack rounds at 100 yards with that ammo. And so I'm very confident with it. But for like indoors or like short situations, I would still run like a Hornady critical defense. I think those are really good. I need to look up ballistic performance on Hornady again, but that's what I currently have. Any thoughts on Silencer Co's Velos LPB 556? I have two of them. They are some of my favorite cans. I think they're absolutely fantastic. They're very heavy, but they like the K version. By far one of my favorite cans. Full auto rated, just fantastic. They are so awesome. They just do their job really, really well. Super flow through, like no gas in the face. They're awesome. Big fan. Big fan. Let's see. Oh, did I skip over something? Trying to buy a new AR. What's a good recommendation for buying? Oh yeah, Fuzz. Fuzzy. Go to my kit page. Scroll down on the kit to build an AR. Click on that one. That'll give you all of my recommendations. Tons of them. Joe B. Any thoughts on sounds? Oh, I already read that. Yeah. Anyway, Velos is really good. Swenson. Yeah, it's tough. I was playing. Dang, sorry guys, keeps going down. Can we get some W's? We know we're back. Or maybe put B's in the chat. B's in the chat if we're back. Let me know. So I'm not talking to a wall. B's in the chat. B's in the chat. B, I see B's coming in. B's, okay, we're back. We're back. Sorry, I don't know why it keeps cutting out. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So you were thinking about running a Glock 19 or 45 for a suppressor build, pistol build. Any preference there? Yeah, I'd probably run the Glock 45. I've had zero issues running that thing suppressed, and it's fantastic. Big fan. Most street prices are around 4K. Okay, that makes more sense. You're probably talking about the Vortex AMG. Yeah, because that optic is, man, crazy. Bugman, best ARs if you're only going to have one. Again, go to the kit page, click on build an AR, and then I have all of my top recommendations. Right now, if I can only have one AR, it's probably going to be this Sons of Liberty Mark 1. It's a really good rifle. It really is a good one. Al, what give you the insight of how to curate your channel builds and store page? It's clean, brilliant, and stylish tier 1. Real play style. Thank you so much, dude. Yeah. So all of the inspiration and stuff, I guess, just comes from a natural aesthetic of like simplicity and like really minimalist styles, and then like practicality. Like I like my guns to have multicam camo patterns and stuff like that because it blends in well with the mountains, and I'm like in the mountains a lot. And then yeah, everything else is just like style based. I'll see an AR build that I'm like, ooh, that's super aesthetic, and then I'll put all the things that I like on it too. So that's kind of where it all comes from. I don't know. It's kind of random too. I just kind of build things how I like them. Yeah. Bugman. My bad if you already answered that one. Fuzzy is asked. I just came back to live. No, you're good, dude. You're good. Al, tabletop and B-roll Cinemax are high level, sir. Thank you. Russ, I need a review or Black of Defense Dynamics build. Quantum, DTL, and the Helix gas system are legit. I've heard a lot of good things about them, and yes, I do need. I'll reach out to them again. And I was supposed to talk to them a shot, and I walked past their booth, and I was like, "Ooh, I got to go back to them," and I never did. My bad. So yeah, that was my bad. Zeke 69 grain Barnes TSX for 5.56 defensive round. Yeah, I've heard those are good. TSX, yeah, I have heard those are good. Gunnosaurus, come on, people, start getting these, start liking these videos. Let's get this brother 200K. I appreciate it. Hey, we're at 260 now. That's not bad. I don't know if 200K is going to happen tonight, boys. I don't know about tonight. Maybe it's already 4:50. I'm supposed to have family dinner soon. I don't know. We've been live for an hour and 34 minutes. I should have streamed, to be honest. I was going to play some video games, and then we were just going to like hang out and chill. And I would like occasionally answer questions and stuff like that. And we're just going to hang out. Maybe I would like play a little Zelda Ocarina of Time, something like that. Yeah. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that, because yeah. I do want to do more lives where I'm like just kind of hanging out. I feel like I don't do those enough. Oh, Karsten, what's up, dude? He's at almost 200K. Have to celebrate with some Taco Bell. I'm really just the delivery boy for Taco Bell. I don't even really like it. I'm just a delivery boy. Let's see, billet or forged lowers. Hmm. I mean, forged, but at the end of the day, like I kind of just go for features over billet or forged. It's you're really not going to run into like issues per se on either one. It's just like, do you want one that has a flared mag well, or like one that has better tolerances and stuff like that? I don't know. I don't think it matters that much, to be honest. It is a good question. It's just like once you see how gun manufacturers actually do their stuff, you're just like, I don't know, you kind of lose your impressedness because everyone's kind of doing the same, or they're white labeling from like another company. Like most brands aren't even making in house their own stuff. So kind of look at it and you're just like, yeah, whatever. Dragon, is the Mark One really that good? I've been making a parts list to upgrade my SIG M400, but considering just getting a Mark One instead. Dude, I don't think you'd be sad with the Mark One. I think if most people sold like most of their random 16-inch ARs and then just bought a Mark One, they'd be way happy with it. It is honestly, I don't want to like overhype it and then you get it. You're like, oh, this isn't as great as like my Radiant build or whatever. But it's honestly a really, really good gun. It just is. And it works. It works really well. Hey, 263, let's go. Heck yeah. That's freaking sick. Yeah, it's great, to be honest. The Gunner, dude, you got to get an Arc Raiders with me and B&T guys. Yeah, dude. Oh, you play with B&T guys? That's funny. Arc Raiders, dude. I I don't know why, but like every time I watch Arc Raiders, like I watch the Burnt Peanut play because he's the funniest streamer in the world. He's so funny. And I don't know if I can like get behind the whole like I like first person, third person games, like just throw me off. So I don't know. Maybe I could get into it. I think it's the brotherhood that matters more, right? But if I'm playing Battlefield 6 with the boys, like that's a good time. Sub Zero, I believe forge lowers are actually stronger than billet. Yeah, it's true. But I don't know if it matters. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if the end consumer is gonna really notice the difference. But I think you're right. Have you tried the Sig Romeo 8T AMR? It's amazing. Let me look it up. Sig Romeo 8T AMR. Oh, yeah. I was going to run one of these and then I forgot they existed. It looks pretty sick, though, to be honest. It does look pretty cool. My one question, do you have the magnifier and how is the eye relief? Like, do you have to suck your whole face up there in order for it to work right? Like with EOTech, I feel like I'm starting to hate the EOTech magnifiers. If this one has like good eye relief, then I would be interested. I would definitely be interested. Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. If the eye relief's good, then I'd be interested. Let's see. What do you like if not Taco Bell? Karsten, I'm a big taco guy. There's a local place called 180 Tacos, and if I could get a rice bowl, with like chicken all over it or steak, I'm gonna get that all day long. 180 Taco. I probably go there like 3 times a week. It's pretty bad, pretty bad. But yeah, delicious. Now that I know you play video games, what's your stream name so I can look for you, and where do you play on Twitch? I don't stream yet. I definitely want to. Um, so yeah, I'm like working on getting the whole setup and everything like that. I am Gunman USA on like all my platforms though. So if you want to find me, then you definitely can. We could have a good time though. Let's text and figure out a time to get together. Yeah, it's definitely the brotherhood, right? Gunnosaurus, I'm gonna be honest with every single one of you guys here. Keep talking about these $2,000 rifles all the way up to $6,000, but I'm gonna put you all guys onto some secret Smith and Wesson M&P Sport 2. Honestly, like you might not be wrong, man. The Smith and Wesson is probably goated. I never used one though, but I am interested. I probably should just as like a budget gun to see if they're good. I bet they are. Dragon, Goop has got Goop. I love to watch you stream some games for the next live. Sweet. Yeah, it's good to know. Goop was, man. The peanut is so funny, dude. He's so freaking funny. Gunnosaurus, Smith & Wesson M&P Sport 2 is one of my best AR-15s. The money and it shoots out any expensive rifle. I would be interested. I would love to get one of those and then compare it to my Mark 1 and just see like pros and cons. I bet there are pros and cons to both. Tier 1 or Black Arch holsters. I'm gonna go tier 1. I like Black Arch, like no diss on them, but I think I like tier 1's features more. Gunny Gunner, go enjoy your family, dude. Go enjoy your family. Let's set up a range day and let's get to 200. That sounds good. I would love that. I would seriously love that. Have you seen the knockoff Engals? If so, what do you think? I haven't. What brand are they from? Knockoff Engals. I'd be interested. I don't know. R-Strad, big fan for a long time. Keep up the great content. Thank you so much, dude. I don't think we've ever got to the bottom of a chat before during a live. It usually takes me forever to get to the bottom. We have 68 people in here, though. I do want to, I mean, I don't know what I'm allowed to show. I'm definitely not allowed to show guns. I wonder if I'm allowed to show night vision because I do want to go over some of the night vision things that I've been working on. I might bring it in. Hold on. If we get banned, we get banned. All right. For those of you who don't know or didn't watch the video that I've recently put out, yeah, right? Night vision should be fine. I just don't know though. YouTube is freaking weird, dude. I'm not gonna like actually show it, but this is the Spectre Arms PVS 14. And I made a video about these and actually learned a lot just from making the video itself and reading the comments. But a lot of people had questions about like, oh man, it's like Carson style glass and it's not even like, you're not even, you can't say that it's like Carson glass, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, oh my gosh, people don't understand how things are manufactured and, legally what you're allowed and not allowed to say. Anyway, let me tell you a story about I had this barrel that was made by in-house from X2 Dev Group. And they didn't put their name on it, but they sold it to me for a lot less. And it was still an X2 barrel, but it just didn't have their logo on it. And maybe it wasn't like, exactly inspected perfectly. I don't know if that's the same. But anyway, I'm just going to call it a X2 style barrel. And then I'm going to resell it. If you can apply that to like other things in the industry, that's likely what's going on, just so you know. So if something is called Carson style glass, and not saying anything in particular, but Anyway, these are really high quality. Zero issues with them so far. Really good night vision. So if you've considered night vision and you're like, I just don't want to pay that price, this is probably the best way to go for you. Anyway, I've been wanting to make a video about that just because I thought it was funny. And people are silly gooses and they just say things that they don't know a ton about. So, yeah, I'm just showing binoculars for viewing birds. You're right. Yeah, this has nothing to do with anything other than, um, staring at birdies and stuff in the complete daytime. Yeah, these are really cool though. Big fan. Spectre optics, like the other thing that you get with night vision, if you buy it cheap, you don't get the customer support, and that's really not a good way to go. Because if anything happens to these, then you're kind of screwed, and it's already a big investment just to waste. Like, even if you buy them, for not that much money on the internet, it's still a lot of money. Like, you're in thousands of dollars, usually minimum, or close to multiple thousands of dollars. So, in my opinion, just spend a little bit more and get guarantees and customer support and warranties. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about these a little bit because I truly believe they're like a good company and they're actually putting out good stuff. So, yeah, Spectre Optics. I also have a discount code for these guys, which is cool. And it's also on the free tab of my kit page. I open a new section of the kit. So if you go to the kit page, there's a whole new tab. It's right at the top. It's the free kits. And you can look at this night vision and get that code for free, just so you know. So, yeah, big fan of them. Let's see. Yeah. Lamb Chop just got an AS Designs lower with an arc fire trigger for my MP5 clone. Shot it today. If you haven't, go try one. Go and get one. Yeah, that's actually one. That is a gun that I really am interested in doing. I would love to do an MP5 clone. That sounds awesome. Leon Brown, favorite pistol. I've pretty much this whole live have arrived about the Walther PDP Pro Compact. That is honestly such a good handgun. I'm a huge fan of it. Next up would probably be a Glock 45. I still like Glock a lot. Glock's been getting a bunch of crap lately. But the Gen 6, I actually was holding a Gen 6 in the store the other day, and I was like, you know what? Glock really did make some pretty significant improvements to this gun. I haven't shot one yet, but the Gen 6 45 is actually pretty comfortable, and the trigger does feel noticeably better. Besides that, the Fusion Firearms XP Pro is a really cool 2011 that takes Glock mags, really comfortable, super good quality so far. I haven't done my full review on it yet, but I've been testing it, and Fusion Firearms honestly made a really good gun. And then the Daniel H9. I mean, it's got its flaws for sure, but it's a really cool handgun, and I shoot really well with it for sure. Besides that, the Glock 43X is still one of my favorites. What else? The Shadow 2 Carry from CZ. That's a really cool handgun. I actually have a review coming out on that soon. And then I actually do have I don't know if this qualifies as a handgun, but I'm building a Flux Raider right now. So a Sig Flux, a 365, and I'm pretty excited about it actually. They've grown on me a lot. They're pretty cool platform. So excited to do a Flux as well. Anyway, there's a list. What are we at? 269. Yeah, honestly, we're kind of moving. We're definitely getting some good subs in here. This is awesome. I think I can make a goal. Engage with your audience. Start a poll. Start a Q&A. Okay. Interesting. I thought there was a way that I could like do a goal, like a subscriber goal or something. I'll have to figure that out. IWI Zion 15-12-5. Already thinking of my next rifle after my Mark 1 purchase. This guy, he's already thinking what he's going to get. You might like your Mark 1 so much that you won't even be wanting anything else. I'm going to look this up. Zion 15. Hey, 270. Let's go. IWI 12.5. Let's see. Looks pretty cool. It definitely looks pretty cool. Okay, so here's the thing. When I see ARs like this, and let me find the price really quick because I am sure it's more. Maybe it's not. Where can I find a wow? $8.99? Might be something that I need to look into. IWI. I don't know a lot about IWI. Is it really $8.99? Confirm that for me, and I will definitely look into this thing. 970. I just found one for 970. I will look into this because it looks pretty cool. I'll look into it. I don't know a lot about it, but yeah. Alex Black, what insights would you have someone getting or looking to get started on? Oh, yeah. Okay. Wow. Sorry. Super dyslexia. What insight would you give someone looking to start a channel? I actually, so somebody gave a super chat and I answered that one. So go back. I have no idea where that is in the live. Maybe it's like 5 or 10 minutes in. But I did answer that question. So go back in there. I talk about lighting and audio. And then what I might do is create a video on how to start a channel. And then I will post that on the kit page for kit page members only. Yeah, I might do that. So anyway, look out for that potentially. Okay, Strad. Yeah, bird watching at night, right? Yeah. Bird watching in their nests at night. Gunnosaurus. This has been one of the coolest live streams. Thank you, brother, for sharing all the beautiful videos and all the questions that you respond to. Thank you. Until everyone in the chat, I hope everybody's having a beautiful day today, Sunday. And come on, people, let's get this brother 200K, dude. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of your questions and for all of your good comments. And I appreciate all of the shout outs. You are the man. Thank you. Joe B, if you were starting your tactical journey over, what would you prioritize in all of your kit? Ooh, that's a really good question, actually. Okay, so first things first, AR-15. AR-15 is for sure chambered in 5.56. That is the first thing that I'm going to buy. AR-15, yes, over a pistol. AR-15 over everything. So it's going to be a basic 12.5 reliable AR-15, whatever one I can get on my hands on. And then I'm going to put a Leupold Mark IV HD 1 to 4.5 on it. That is going to give me versatility. I'm able to hit 300 yards with that thing reliably. And then I'll put a side mounted red dot on there. So I'll have an offset red, a Leupold 1 to 4 on a 12.5 5.56. After that, I'm going to put a light and a sling, and that, for the most part, is going to be my rifle setup. Then I'm going to buy a handgun, and that is going to be, these days, probably a Walther PDP Pro Compact or a Glock 45 Gen 6. Either of those would be awesome. and then kit it out however I wanted, probably with a red dot and a flashlight, X300 likely. After I have those two things, I will build a belt. And the battle belt would include a offset holster or a leg shroud holster, and then a med kit on my back, and then extra mag holders on my left side, and likely a knife somewhere on the belt. Then I would build a plate carrier. Plate carrier would be just a simple placard, 3-mag placard with mags on the cummerbund on the sides, and then invest in plates. Those would probably be Mira safeties plates. I have a couple more down there actually. They're level 4s. They're kind of heavy, but for the most part, I think they're pretty good plates. After I have a basic plate carrier set up, I would invest in like more tactical pants and shirts, something camo, probably multicam. I like multicam because it's nice and it blends in with my environment. And yeah, it looks like a Fed, but I like cohesion and I like to blend in with whatever place I feel like I'm going to be in. So multicam or Ranger Green, one of the two. And after that, you've got like pretty solid setup. Like I wouldn't. After that, I'd probably just be like upgrading the rifle setup or handgun setup to whatever I wanted. I mean, obviously, you're going to get boots with like the camo setup. But yeah, rifle first, handgun second, belt, plate carrier, and then boots, pants, and shirt. That's probably my priority list. Let me think if there's anything else. Radio. A radio would probably be with the plate carrier setup. Anything else? Anything else? No, that's pretty solid, I think. Maybe a helmet setup if you're one day going to be running like nods or a thermal setup or just something that you want to hold at your pro with. Like a bump helmet's good for camouflaging your head in general. So I probably wouldn't run a ballistic helmet though. You're just heavy, and if you're not trained for it, then it's like, don't put yourself in a situation to get shot in the head. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's probably what I would do. Hopefully that answers your question. Let me know if you have another. Man, congrats on 200K subs in advance. Oh no, the iPad died. I got to plug it back in. Love the content, and the kit page is awesome. Dude, thank you so much. Okay, we're going to get back to questions. I just need to plug in the iPad because I think it died. Or, okay, hold on. Oh, please. Almost got it. Okay, plugging in the iPad. Oh, that's what happened. It went on low power mode. All right, people, stay with me. Stay with me. How do I take it off low power mode? Turn off low power mode. Okay. Thank you, Siri. All right, subscriber count is back. Gotta scoot it over a little. Nice. Get some water, and then we'll jump back into answering questions. 274, nice. Okay, let's see. Jumping back in. Thoughts on staccato XC or staccato P for duty use? I don't have either one, but I'm sure the staccato P would do well. Did you see the drop test on those though? Kind of scary. I don't know. I probably wouldn't run one for duty. I would run the Walther PDP Pro for duty or a Glock 45 Gen 6 or Gen 5. Gunnosaurus, come on, people. Tell a friend, a cousin, your dog, your cat, your fish to subscribe. We need to get this brother 200K. Dude, thank you. Gunnosaurus is working it. What famous YouTuber you guys know? When you ask a question, you get a reply right away. You're not going to find it. So let's get this guy to 200K. I appreciate that, dude. I really do try. I really do try. CG, still waiting on the Lazarus 6 video review. I did review it slightly on my VKTR rifle. It's like that full tan gun, my piston driven one. So check it out on that one. I think it's on that one at least. Pretty sure. But I will, honestly, it's a great can. Like if you've been thinking about it, it's a great option. So yes, my recommendation is it's awesome. But I mean, here's the thing, there's so many cans to compare it to. It's like it's not the only one that I would pick. But if you're like a dead air guy, it's a really good option for sure. Fed, always see your Lexus GX. How is it? Dude, it's fantastic. I freaking love my GX. It's so good. It's one of my favorite cars, man. It's so great. Is this the moment when we start unsubscribing? No, please don't. Is that when I got up? I apologize. People going to hate on Glock are the same ones that cry about innovation when they can't tell you what the other companies are doing that's innovative. Yeah, that's a fact. It's a fact, dude. A lot of people just don't know, like, and there is so much going on. Like, I don't blame you because I certainly don't know everything either, but I don't like hate on things. When I find something new, I'm like, holy crap, this is awesome, so, but I try not to hate on like anything unless it is genuine crap. You know what I mean? Gen 6 build, maybe. I need to buy one. Yeah, so maybe. Drake, are you ever at Pelican Point? I don't shoot there a ton. I'm usually at Soldier Pass, just like a little bit more south, but Pelican is definitely one of the good places to go. I have been there, so I do shoot there every once in a while. Morg, have you done suppressor cover comparison yet? I haven't. I've been using burn-proof gear, and I really like them. I think burn-proof gear is solid. They're pretty expensive, but they do the job really well. So, yeah, I haven't really, but I've been using burn-proof gear. Coffee, Jeebus, which gun is that you have on the thumbnail, and why do I need it? Dude, that's the Mark 1, man. It's the Mark 1. That's like a couple of my ARs that I have. But the Mark 1's on top because it's king. Morg, also opinions are solid on also any opinions on solid rifle cases. I would just get a Savior if you want a soft case, and then a Pelican if you want a hard case. Magpul also makes a hard case, and it's pretty cool. I don't have one, but they look pretty good. I think they also have a soft case. Actually, it might be a soft case. Either way, it looks pretty cool. Yeah, let's see. Maria, have you tried on the YHM Fat Cat? I have it, and it's a bit gassy, but quiet for the size. That's interesting, actually. So, Banish's Speed K actually became one of my favorite cans, and I'm trying to get an Inconel version because they're full auto rated. The Speed K looks like the Fat Cat, like they're really short and stubby, but they are freaking awesome. So big fan of Banish. It's probably a lot more expensive than the YHM. I really like non-gassy, like, flow through cans. I honestly just can't stand cans recently that just push gas back into your face. So, yeah, the, uh, the Banish Speed K is fantastic. Oh, I skipped one, sorry. Also, any thoughts on Redemption Tactical plate carriers in Heber? Hmm, I haven't even looked into them yet, to be honest. I didn't know, um, I'll look into them. Redemption Tactical. I use Faro Concepts. Uh, Tactical. Body armor. Let's see. I don't know. Every time I see a new plate carrier option out there, it just I'm like, "Are you just, like, making these in China?" And it's, like, the same crap, different design, you know what I mean? But the funny thing is, like, all plate carriers are kinda the same in a way. Oh, okay, interesting. I have seen these. I don't know a lot about them, though. Like, when I don't know anything about the company, that's the hard part for me because I would trust a Lucas Botkin plate carrier over that guy. You know what I mean? And it's just because I know his values, because like Lucas is really specific on his values. So you know you're getting something that is like QC'd and well thought out. Like random companies, I have a hard time with. You know, Faro Concepts, proven, high quality, really nice. Cry Precision, obviously proven, really high quality, really expensive. Um, so Spiritus, you know, it's like the top guys are there for a reason. It's because you're getting the backed name. And like if you want a budget version, then just buy whatever Lucas is creating. You know what I mean? Maybe it's good though. That it's just tough for me because I don't know. Okay, sorry, I have to scroll back up here. Maria, have you tried the oh, okay, I already answered that one. Zeke. Let's see, Zeke. Make sure it's the T-Kel knife. Make sure it's a T-Kel knife. Oh, interesting. I'll look it up. Thanks again. Love the kit page. Absolutely, dude. Joe. Do all your bullpups suck? Do all bullpups suck, or is that just a gun tuber slope talk? Slop talk. Um, To be honest, I'll probably never buy a bullpup. I'm not interested in them at all. I just don't like the way they function in general. I think they're talked about for a reason. Maybe they're not great, but I don't know. I haven't shot one, so I don't know. I'm not a fan though. BF, I've been running an IWI 12.5 for years, and I also run a modern material for patrol. Hmm, interesting. So you have good experience with IWI? It's good to know. I'm actually curious about them. I might look more into those for the price. That's like a pretty interesting setup. Okay, Riviera. What are your top? What is in your top three carry rotation? Glock 43X MOS for sure. My Radian P365 build. That's like the flush comp setup. Is definitely in there. I love that gun. I think it's awesome. And then a new one that I'm going to be adding to the rotation is a Walther PDP Pro, either the F or just the regular carry setup. And then a Glock 19 is in there every once in a while. But those are pretty much what I carry. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much the setup that I switched through. But mostly it's my Glock 43X MOS with the Radian setup. Hey, I don't know if that went up or down. Oh, it went down. Dang it. Let's see. Hey, right back up. Let's go. Should I get a Walther PDP Pro Compact or a Gen 6 G45 with Ramjet? I think you would like the PDP Pro more than a Gen 6, actually. So the Gen 6 is a little slimmer just in general. Like the PDP is like kind of fat, bulky, and their slide is just a chonker, you know, but there are pros and cons to it. The shooting experience with the PDP Pro is just fantastic. It's phenomenal. It's so good. I haven't shot the Gen 6 yet, but if I had to guess, it's leagues better than everything else they've made so far. So I would shoot both, figure out which one you shoot better with. It likely would be the PDP Pro. Let's see, Sub-Zero. Speaking of dead air, I'm waiting on a Mojave 9 to be approved. My B&T GHM 9 is getting bored waiting. Yeah, dude. The Mojave 9 is a sick 9mm can. Super cool. Riviera, can we get a garage walk through any projects? Yeah, actually go to Novato Garage. I'll type it in here. At no VOTO Garage. Guys, sorry, I don't know why it keeps going down. Okay. Retry. At NOVOTO Garage. And on all of my profiles, this is the car channel. Car channel, Novato Garage. And you can stay up to date with all of the cars that I'm currently working on. I don't have all of them listed yet, but it's like heavily cited on the Datsun 280Z. But yeah, I've got some updates coming out for that one. It's sick, dude. It's so freaking sick. I can't wait for it to be done. Bryce, thoughts on the Spiritus LV120? It's probably really good. I don't know a lot about Spiritus. I don't have any of their stuff. I run Faro a lot, but Spiritus is very high quality. I talk to them every year at SHOT Show. It seems like they're doing really good things. So if I had to guess, it's good. I don't know for sure though. Ben Clappy, best can you've used on the Danny Defense PCC. The Spectre 9K from Silencer Co. has done really well. I would like to see a less back pressure can on there. I do have a new one from Dead Air that might be my new go-to. I am not sure I'm allowed to talk about it yet. I can't remember when the release date of it is. Dead Air is making a really cool 9mm can though. I don't know if it's out yet or not. Let me see if it's out. If it's out, I'll talk about it. If it's not, then I don't know if I can. Dead Air suppressors. Let's see if it is out. Oh, yeah. Okay. They've got pictures of it. So the RXD 910 Ti. Look that one up. This can is really cool. It's really cool, man. Yeah. The RXD 910 Ti. It's a freaking sick can. Big fan. I don't know how exactly I want to set it up yet. I want to use a 3-prong, like the same 3-prong that I'm currently running from Silencer Co. So I need to figure out if I have an adapter for that or if it'll even accept it. But this is such a cool can. It's kind of big, but it might be the way to go for the Daniel PCC. I would like to see a shorter can, to be honest. It is full auto rated though, which is sick. And it's titanium. Like full auto rated titanium, that's freaking cool. But honestly, the Silencer Co. One that I just said. What did I say? Spectre 9. That thing is cool. I need hat suggestions. Ooh, hat suggestions. I just wear hats that people give me. I got this at a wedding. I don't know, man. I have a couple on my website that I actually do like as well. So maybe check out my website on the shop page. Abe Gonzalez, I love you, dude, and your vids, dude. Thank you. Thank you so much. BF, optic magnifier, bad lever, and hot pocket. Only upgrades I did were the radiant safety selector and dead air muzzle device for my can. Nice. Stefan, any experience with Gray Ghost Precision? No, no experience with Gray Ghost yet. Maybe I'll look him up. DMP, dang, I'm late. Yeah, you're late, man. You're late. Glad you're here, though. Eleanor Armory, hey, buddy. How you doing? Psychosis, I love my TKL Night Stalker. I'll look it up. I'm curious. Sounds cool. TKL Night Stalker. Ooh. That's a sick knife. $250. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I could be interested. In that. Looks sick. I'm late. Graydon. I'm late, but should I buy a Glock 45 or a Springfield Echelon comp? I don't know anything about the Echelon. I've heard really good things about it, though. If you're going to buy a Glock 45, I would do Gen 6. The Gen 6 is pretty nice, I'm not going to lie. Better than the Echelon? I have no idea. I really like Glock, though, personally. Hey, super chat. Super chat from RD Hunter. Did you ever get a PSA discount code? I might buy their ARV. It's sick. I would save up and get a Daniel PCC. I would save up, dude. But also, unless it's built right, like the way that I built mine on my channel, I really liked that one. And it felt like pretty close to my Daniel PCC. Like I didn't notice a whole bunch, but the button ergonomics and stuff like that. So it just depends on like what you like training with. If you're an AK guy, then the ARV you would like love. If you're an AR guy, maybe, I mean, you would definitely love the Daniel PCC. I like them both. They're really hard to get right now, though, too. They're like always out of stock. So, yeah, I don't think it's a bad gun at all. I think you'd really enjoy it. But I don't know if it just depends on how you're going to set it up, you know? I would maybe recommend, like, if you can save up, to get the Daniel PCC. You know what I mean? It just depends on how you're going to set it up. If you do exactly what I did, then it's pretty good. But yeah. Hopefully that answers your question. Oh, no, it didn't, because you asked for a discount code. I do have a discount code on all of their Sabre stuff. I don't know if I have a code. Let me check, actually. Do I? Oh, I see. Working on a discount code. If you can get it on guns.com. Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. If you can get it on that website, oops, hopefully they don't ban me for that, then maybe you can get it for less, but I'll ask PSA. I'll keep you updated. Shoot, I said a thing that might get us banned. It might get this video taken down. No. Let's see, Tyler, DM me some good hat companies you wear. I will. Shoot me a DM. Let's go, people. 200K. Rogue Ginger, what's your favorite lens? My go-to and the lens that I've used for almost my entire career is the 50 1.2. And both Sony and Canon make a fantastic 50 1.2. It is just such a good lens. Probably that one. Guns, this man needs to be with his family for dinner. Let's get him to 200K. I do not think we're getting to 200K. We might get to 199, 300. If we can get to 300, I will go eat dinner with my family, which I would love. Can we get to 300? We'll see. We'll see if we can get to 300. Riviera, they're releasing a Walther F Pro with the PMM flush comp. It would be sweet to build that and maybe on how it compares to the Canic Radian. What? I gotta look this up. No way they're doing Walther F Pro PMM flush. That sounds sick. Let's see. Yeah, if you can, that would be so cool. What? No way. Flush Comp Pro? Dude, I gotta get one of these on the channel. This is sick. Ooh, I'm gonna reach out. Yeah, the Flush Comp with the F series, that thing is sick, dude. What? Okay, I'm keeping that tab open. You might see that on the channel. There's a chance you're gonna see that on the channel. That thing is sweet. Big fan. Okay, KC, on your first 300 Blackout build, you have a weapon light made from a shell and brand name internals. From a shell and brand name internals. Can you explain why you chose this options over standard like a Scout or Streamlight? Yeah, when I was first into like building guns, I had absolutely no idea what options were out there. And at the time, what was really popular was Arasaka 600 series, light bodies. And that's all I knew. I knew of Mod Light and Arasaka and like Olight. So I was like, what's better than an Olight? It's probably Arasaka, you know? So as soon as I found Arasaka 600 light series, I was like, ooh, I can customize it to be like the exact throw I want and like all these options. So I was super interested in that. And I could do it for like under 400 bucks. So that's why I chose that at the time. I really liked Mod Light heads. They seemed really reliable and they were reliable. And then you can put whatever battery you want in it. You can make it whatever size you want. Anyway, so that's why I chose that. Um, as I started building more ARs, I was like, I kind of don't want to build lights every time. It makes more sense to just buy a whole system, comes ready to go. And that's when I started looking into the Cloud Defense Rain 3. And after using those for a little bit, I was like, man, I freaking hate their button. Their button drove me crazy. And so I started looking into other options. That's when I found the Surefire Scout Pro lights. And ever since I found the Surefire Scouts, I have like stuck to those, especially their Turbo series. They are so freaking good. And they're really reliable, high end, great button, very still customizable because you can use whatever end cap and button you want. I use Unity's button, big fan of it. And there's a lot of options out there. Like if you want to put it on a riser, little like ramp thing, then you can. So yeah, just the button's really great. The cord is fine. I don't really care about it. And then you can get the dual switch, which is like my favorite option. And then it's just a compact, really reliable light for around $400, which is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but I would say it's like top tier light options. Anyway, that's the whole story of lights. Ta-da. Okay. Yeah. Look at that 280. I might be eating dinner sooner than I thought. Stratus, some trigger recs for an AR-15. I've been looking at the LaRue MBT-2S. Yeah, I do have trigger recommendations actually on the kit page of my website. Go to the kit page of my website, scroll down to build a custom AR. And then inside of that kit if you scroll down, there is a custom lower section, and that is where you're going to find my top trigger recommendations. I actually do have the LaRue MBT in there as a budget option. So, yeah, definitely go in there and check those out, though. Check those out for sure. Tucked, I came here to double check if I was already subbed. Loved the minimalist. Love the minimalist to the channel, dude. Thank you so much. Glad you're subbed. 281. We're moving. AK, do you have a compact 1911 2011 that you recommend had a ton of arm and hand guard? Ton of arm and hand surgeries, and my Glock 19.3 is becoming a pain to rack. Fusion firearms. Yeah, Fusion probably does make one of my favorite 2011s, and the slide is smooth, like you can air rack it. So, yeah, Fusion Firearms XP Pro, get the comped version or not, like they're freaking awesome. Daniel, yo, what's up with the Gunman? Gunco trigger shoe. Okay, good question. Yeah, so those are back in stock. The Gunco trigger shoe, just so you know, those are back in stock. Yeah, check them out on the kit page. They are back and they're great. Ethan, do you still like the P365X macro in 2026? Yeah, I do. I like the X macro still. I think it's a great gun, especially if you build it out with the flush radian comp setup. Dude, that thing is awesome. I think it's cool for sure. Hunter, thank you, sir. You are welcome. DMP, 2 questions. Any plans for a full low vis build out? And 2, any competitions on the calendar? Been great to get you in a 2-gun or a running gun. Ooh, interesting. So, any plans for a full low vis build? Can you explain exactly what that means? Because I don't want to like misinterpret what low vis means. But maybe I have an idea of what you're talking about. So confirm for me, what exactly does low vis mean? And then any competitions on the calendar? The answer is sadly no, because I don't know why I don't prioritize them in my life, but I don't. I've just been busy. I would be interested to run one. I think it'd be really fun. I've got a lot of ARs and just builds in general that I feel like would do really well in a competition. So I'd be curious to test my skills and my guns to see how they run. Greatness, what do you think about PSA's Sabre ARV? Let me look it up, actually. PSA Sabre ARV. I like the ARV, so the Sabre is probably pretty good. Yeah, honestly, it's probably great. It's probably really good. That when I reviewed the Sabre, I didn't have like any real bad things to say about it. It was a pretty good gun in general. So, and I do have a discount code for Sabre stuff in particular. So, to the other gentleman who was curious about that, just go to the kit page and then free kit codes, and then click on the PSA because you can get a discount code off of Sabre stuff. Just so you know, that's on the kit page already. Yeah. Yeah, it could be good. Would I save up and get the Daniel PCC? Probably. That's just me. Brother, do you like 11.5 or 14.5 better for an SBR pistol build? I would run a 12.5. I would run neither of those. I'd run 12.5. My choices on short builds kind of go like this. Anything under 12.5 shouldn't be 5.56. It should be 300 blackout or whatever other round makes sense in a short build, like 9mm. If I'm going to build a 5.56 short gun, it is more than likely going to be 12.5, unless it literally just doesn't come in 12.5. For example, the Mark I from Sons of Liberty. At least I don't think it does. That'd be interesting. MK1 Sons of Liberty gun works. I think it's an 11.5 only. Let me check though. Yeah, it's 11.5. So if it's like a Sons of Liberty Mark 1 and it only comes in 11.5, then I will run that, because I think that rifle is great. But if I have a choice and I'm building the gun, 12.5 all day. 12.5. And 14.5, I kind of skip over. I talked about this earlier in the live, but I just don't really care for 14.5's gas tuning and ballistics performance over adding a little bit of length and getting to 16. You just get significant performance increase, and gas tuning ability is just softer. And you really won't notice that much of a difference, especially if you're running a can. 14.5 to 16 is like nothing. It's like already kind of long 14.5 is. And then if you're adding a can, it is basically the exact same as running a 16 with a K can. So take the 16, do a 16 or do a 12.5. Those are the two options that I would pick for a 5.56 build for sure. Unless it's a build that you really want, like the Mark 1, and it only comes in 11.5. Okay, car. W's in the chat for Gunman. Thank you. Thank you. Sub-Zero, we need 19 more subs. I know, and then I can go eat dinner. Please. I'm starving. My family's begging for me to come home. Let's see. Oh, super chat. DMP. Dude, thank you so much for the super chat. Hold on, let me read this. Thank you for the answer. I absolutely think that you'd enjoy a solid two-gun competition and do well. But following up on low vis. Oh, dude, thank you so much for the super chat for this. But following up on low vis, I just mean an end-to-end gray man with maybe a go bag. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So like a shorter, end-to-end gray man. So like, yeah, something you can carry anywhere. Gotcha. Let me think about that for a second. So, I kind of have one already. It's my like full camoed out 300 blackout, and I know it's kind of a weird gun, but it's so compact and capable, and you can fold it down. It's got that folding stock on it, and it's super short. It can just fit into like a tiny little bag, and it's awesome. So I kind of already do have one of those. Look at my 300 blackout moth build. I think I named it on the channel. That's probably my low vis gun. I mean, the thing is, I would figure out how to fit a Mark 1 into, I'd figure out how to fit a Mark 1 into a backpack or something. But also, like a super compact 9mm, I might run the Flux. I need to train with it more, and I need to build it out and kind of see what I like about it more, because I'm just at the beginning stages of my 365 Flux Raider. But from what I've seen so far, that gun is freaking sick. So yeah, we'll talk about that more when I have a couple other guns built. But oh, Siri, I don't need you. That was weird. Oh no. Not sure what's going on here. Hold on, let me fix the timer or the counter. Ta-da. We're doing pretty good. 285, pretty dang good. Ladies and gentlemen, I might be able to go eat dinner soon. This is exciting. Okay, Riviera. Can we get a bag gun build, or is there anything you can recommend? Oh, yeah. Okay, I kind of just talked about that. But piece 365 Fluxerator, and then my 300 blackout folding stock, like the Moth 300 blackout. Those would probably be my two that are like backpack gun. But honestly, I'm going to look more into this. So hold on for a second. The Flux Raider is honestly pretty cool so far, like, great backpack gun. Super, super small, compact, like, you could use that in literally any backpack and run it and love it. So, but I need to build it out more and figure out if that's actually the move. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'm gonna look into this more. Ethan, favorite absolute cheapest gun, any kind, absolute favorite most expensive, if that makes sense. Yeah, so favorite cheapest gun and then favorite most expensive gun. Um, hmm. I've just talked about the same guns over and over. I feel like the Mark One is honestly really expensive, but fantastic. But I do. What's funny is actually my 300 Blackout, my Moth build, that is on the channel right now. That gun was like upwards of five, maybe $6,000 fully built, and I love that thing. It's so freaking cool. So big fan of the 300 Blackout build that I had. Uh, and then the sadly ARX from X2 Dev Group is one of my favorites as well. And those came at a premium price of like over $3,000, but they're fantastic. It's like one of my favorite AR still. It's on my wall as like, I will never sell this thing because they're so nice. So probably those. And then cheapest gun, absolute favorite cheapest gun. I don't have a lot of like super cheap guns is the real problem actually. Cheapest gun, I mean, like an M&P Shield is probably like a cheaper, really nice gun that I love. Um, man, that's tough because I really don't have like cheap stuff in general. And I know that sounds so dumb. I just invest, like if I'm gonna save up, if I'm gonna buy a gun, like these are things that are designed for saving life and stuff like that. I really just don't budget for the most part. That's why most of my guns are not budget friendly. So I feel bad, but kind of a bad answer. Probably M&P. Let's see. Dragon, you can get the Mark 1 in a 14.5. Would you recommend it or keep it the 11.5? I would go 11.5. I would go 11.5 just because that gun in particular, in my eyes, is like a Mark 18. Like I want as short as possible because it runs well and it's still pretty accurate, even out to like distances with the right ammo. So it's a great gun overall. Like you're not going to run into a situation, I don't think realistically, where 11.5 is not capable, if that makes sense. So 11.5. Let's see. Morg, what do you think your ideal full kit gets? Wait, what do you think your ideal full kit gets you at weight wise? Okay, weight wise, what is my full kit? My plate carrier is pretty heavy. My plate carrier is pretty heavy. That's probably the heaviest part. My belt setup is pretty light. I mean, relatively. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know how to gauge that. I mean, it's probably 30 pounds, like all together. 30, maybe 40, 30, maybe 40 pounds. It doesn't feel like crazy heavy, but at the end of like a range day, I'm like, whoa, I definitely feel that. Like it's like wearing a weighted vest for that long. So yeah, 30, 40 pounds. It puts a toll on me. It's something that I've wanted to make lighter, but I don't really know how to yet because the plates that I run are like 7.5 pounds each. So, I mean, that just adds up. But yeah, I think lighter is better. Obviously, you want more movement. So if you can go lighter. Ethan, I just don't like how flimsy and thin the Flex brace feels. I agree with you. I know. I really wish that they would make like a fixed, like a stock version, like a fixed stock or something like that. Or maybe reinforce it somehow so it feels a little more intense. I'm going to get the aluminum frame version to see if that one's better. But I guess we'll see. Dang, 287. We're so close to 300. Please let me go home so I can eat dinner with my family. if we can get to 199, 300, I will be able to leave. Not that I want to leave. I like hanging out, but I'm kind of hungry. Let's see. Boat. Yeah. A, is there something like the Flux but can't well, yeah, sorry. Is there something like the Flux but for hammer fired guns, or does that not work mechanically? I don't really know actually. That's a good question. I don't not that I know of. I don't know if there's anything out there outside of the Flux that's kind of doing what they're doing. I mean, you can build a really short, like 300 blackout or AR in general that can run subs, but it's still going to have like the profile of an AR, which is just big in general. But there are ways to get like a small package firearm with the same amount of capability, if that makes sense. So, not that I know of, Flux is definitely like the biggest name in the game for these super small things. Do a dinner stream, dude. Don't tempt me. That kind of sounds fire. That sounds like fun, dude. A dinner stream. Yo, this is the fam. I'm joking. Okay, Broma, like your detailed work, are you able to get a high-end budget build? I do kind of have high-end budget builds actually. So, depending on what you're interested in, and I've been sharing this a lot, but on the kit page, if you scroll down to build a custom AR, that kit in particular is one of the best resources for right now when it comes to budget slash high end stuff. So yeah, I would go there. Check that out. I do have budget slash high end stuff. Hey, super chat, Eddie. Thank you so much, dude. No question with it. Just a straight donation. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. That's super kind. Like, thank you so much, dude. That's so kind. Eddie, you're the man. Okay, Broma. Okay, I did that one. Venick, AK or AR? AR. I got to choose the AR, man. I have so many and I train with them and I love them. AR. Broma, your views on the Geisley Super Duty. Yeah, I talked to Geisley at SHOT Show and I actually really like them. I don't have any of them, but I talked to him and I was like, "Hey, can I get some stuff on the channel so I can test it and build a better opinion?" And they were like, "Yeah, for sure. Just let's talk and we can figure it out." So I will be getting more Geisley on the channel. I love their triggers already. I want to try their barrels. I want to try their hand guards because I'm curious. So we'll see. But yeah, so far, I mean, Geisley, I use a lot of other Geisley stuff like their buffer assemblies, their triggers, obviously. And what else do I use of theirs? That's mostly it. But yeah, they're nice. They make good stuff for sure. Dragon, do you know what happened to X2? I feel like they faded into obscurity. Yeah, so they switched their business model to selling patents instead of selling physical um, firearms and accessories and stuff like that. So they didn't go under, like they're still a company, but they're more of a back end or background company. Like they're just basically selling their technology instead of actually selling a physical product, which is really sad because I loved their product and it was all made in house. It was fantastic. And now, like, in order to pick for another company to pick up their barrel or something like that, it'd be cool, but who knows if it'll be made the same way and stuff like that. So I hope somebody does, but yeah, they still exist. They're just different. Johnny, can you remind me which brand is wrapped on your moth can? Which brand is wrapped on your moth can? Would you potentially run a different wrap? Sorry, let me check really quick on what wrap you're referring to. Is that the suppressor, the can that you're talking about? That one is also burn proof gear. That's a burn proof gear wrap, and they're really good. No, I'd probably run that one, to be honest. They're good. Man, we've been stuck at 286. Come on. We're doing pretty good though. Let's see. CG, thoughts on the new Canic Met Prime Radian collab? I haven't seen it. Let me look it up. New tab. Canic Met Prime Radian. I'm 18, I swear. Ooh, wow. Fancy. Yeah, it looks pretty. I haven't shot it, so I would need to shoot it. It looks really nice though. Dang, it looks really nice actually. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that tab open. Definitely looks nice. Definitely looks like something I would be interested in. Elijah, congrats. Thank you so much, dude. Defense opinion on red dot and holographic. Like between the two. So yeah, it just depends on your budget and what you're going for. Like EOTech obviously makes holographic sights where you're not going to be seeing the dot when you're looking at the optic. Like if someone was pointing a gun at you, you wouldn't see the dot. And I tend to like those more for obvious reasons, especially in EOTech's technology. So if you can afford it, then holographic's kind of the way to go. Red dot is fine though. I mean, like, I just, buying gear realistically, the chances are you're going to be fine with either one. You know what I mean? A 2011 Flux would be epic. Yeah, that would be kind of sick. That'd be sick for sure. Double like on that one. Kuma, a dinner stream and eat with charging handle. Oh yeah. Now we're getting somewhere. Eddie, love the channel. Thank you, bro. Big J, follow up on the question from either. Does Glock's reliability go into question when upgraded with aftermarket products? Johnny Glock's triggers, rating afterburner, etc. Whoa. Oh, Eddie sent another super chat. Okay, I'm going to get back to this one, but Eddie takes priority. Eddie takes priority. Thank you, Eddie. Any ideas on how to make a rifle a bit more flat shooting? Got a full BCM 14.5 build. Here's the thing about flat shooting. There's a lot of guys who are like, oh yeah, this gun has no recoil, like this is the most flat shooting gun. And the reality is you're shooting 5.56 out of relatively the same barrel, and what you're feeling is recoil impulse. So it has more to do with the buffer setup that you're running. If you're running like a higher buffer weight, H3, your buffer weight is going to slow down, but you're going to feel it more, if that makes sense. If you're running an H1 in an 11.5, then it's going to be more violent. So it's going to hit your shoulder more because that weight isn't as heavy, if that makes sense. So you can mitigate some of these things by just gas tuning your gun better. So using an adjustable gas block and then using the buffer weight / just moving to A5 buffers because they're smoother and more comfortable. And then besides that, using a proper muzzle device. But this is what I'm getting to. Like, you're getting a flat shooting AR has more to do with controlling the firearm and training with it. Like, I can take the worst AR and I'll still probably shoot really flat with it just because I'm trained and I know how to hold it and move it into the gun and stuff like that. So do you know what I mean? Like, you can use muzzle devices that, push gas up and push the muzzle down, so you're not going to have as much muzzle rise. And then you can also adjust the gas system to make it smoother. And so you don't feel the impact of the recoil as much, but at the end of the day, you're still shooting 5.56. So hopefully that makes sense. I would say first focus on gas tuning. That'll make the biggest difference. Making sure your buffer system is properly set up and your gas system. and then move into like a muzzle device to get like an added slight benefit, but also just run a can. Because any extra weight on the front is going to help with recoil impulse and muzzle rise. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Oh, dang. We got another super chat in here. Okay, I will get, hopefully that answers your question. Let me know if it doesn't, though. Thank you so much for the super chats. Holy cow. What is your, okay. Defense. Thank you so much. Huge super chat. Big thank you. Big like, double like on it. Thank you so much. Glad to see you're hitting 200K. Wondering if you'd like to check out our holographic. Oh, interesting. I'm gonna look it up right now. I'll tell you right now if I'm interested or not. We'll do a live preview. It's kind of funny. How do you spell your name? Zen. Can I copy and paste it? Yeah. Zenital. Zentinel, I am assuming. Kind of gives EOTech vibes. Okay. Let me look at it a little longer. I'm skeptical of new companies, but everybody is, you know what I mean, until they review it and see if it's actually good or not. Honestly, okay, design-wise, I like it. I like what you're doing with the design. It looks pretty cool. You've got a quick detach, comes in flat dark earth. I like your logo. Aesthetics, you're kind of on point with what I'm into. So yeah, shoot me a DM. Let's talk. Shoot me a DM. Let's talk. I'm interested. Looks pretty cool. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. 287. I think we've been there actually. Okay, going back. Hopefully that answers all your questions. Let's jump back into these big. Following up from a question from either, does Glock's reliability go into question when upgraded with aftermarket products? Johnny Glock's triggers, Radiant Afterburner, etc. In my experience, if you do not touch any of the internals of a Glock, it will run the way that it should. I haven't had any issues running the Afterburner or any Radiant stuff. It's when you start switching out springs or bars or things that you just really shouldn't touch. That's when you start running into issues with Glock. So no, you're not going to run into issues with the Afterburner. And Johnny Glocks takes a lot of time to make sure that his stuff is like basically OEM rated, if that makes sense. So it's like the same give or take product that OEM would offer. So I think Johnny Glocks is a pretty good choice if you're going to go in that direction. And I haven't had any reliability issues with his stuff. So yeah, just don't switch out like random springs to like get a lighter trigger or a bar that's gonna like be smoother or bullcrap like that stuff. Don't don't do that stuff. Don't try to mess with the internal integrity of a Glock. Like the trigger's pushing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's why I tend to only like switch out the trigger shoe itself and then I leave everything else OEM. Anyway. Broma, thanks for the update. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm losing my voice. Okay. Let's see here. How long? We've been alive for almost, man, again. Let's get some W's in the chat if we're back. W's. 288. Somebody cares. Somebody wants to eat dinner. All right. Okay. We're back. Whew. Man, I don't know why it keeps cutting out like that, but that's super annoying. Dang. All right. All right. We're back. We're back. Okay. Let's see. 289. Let's go. We have 11 more plays. Okay. My Glock with ramjet, aluminum frame, and Johnny Glock trigger runs great. Yeah, I bet it does. That sounds like a good setup. Joe B, thanks, Gunman. Appreciate the live and get to 200K subs. You deserve it. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you. Every 1612. Hey, Gunman. What are your thoughts on the Dead Air Pyro 2.0 California? This is the extent of my accessible gear. I don't know. Let me look it up. Dead Air Pyro 2.0. Search. Oh. Yeah. So these were made by companies. So they didn't have to do something with the ATF. There was like this whole thing where companies were making these particularly so they could sell muzzle devices and adapters on their websites without having to like register them as form 4 things, if that makes sense. So like normally you weren't able to buy a muzzle device or a suppressor adapter because like they're technically part of the suppressor. Anyway, this whole ATF thing. So they started making these like muzzle brake things so they could sell all of their other accessories. Kind of funny. So that's all it is. I think they look really cool. It really doesn't do anything for you. If anything, these are kind of like a loudenser. Like they definitely push the energy forward. So if you're looking for that, then that's great. The Surefire Warden was like the first of these. And that one actually does push all the energy forward. And I actually kind of like that thing for the most part. So I don't know about this one. It looks like there's a bunch of holes in it. And if I had to guess, it wouldn't really do much besides make your gun look cooler. So if that's what you're into, then definitely it's a great option. Like I definitely ran the Warden before I bought actual suppressors. Number one, because it looked cool. And number two, because it did push the blast forward, which was important to me at the time, but it made my gun like, yeah, I was shooting on 11.5. It was just so loud. So anyone around me was like, dude. So, but yeah, anyway, to look cool, yes. Will they do anything in particular besides that? Not really. It is what it is. I'm getting text from my wife that all of my family is headed over. And all right, let's get, wait a minute. Whoa, we're 2 away. When did that happen? Dude, I was about to call it quits. Okay, we're hanging in there. We're almost to 300, 2 more, and we are there, baby. And I could go eat dinner with my family on this wonderful Sunday at 6 p.m. That's awesome. Sweet. Thank you guys so much. We're so close. Holy cow. Okay, moving on. Any 1022 setups? No, I don't have any, but I'm going to look into those, okay? I swear. DT. We just hit it. Yes. That is so awesome. Dang. Okay. Nobody ask any more questions. Let's just throw some W's in the chat for hitting 199, 300. That is a big deal, to be honest. And maybe I'm going to do some more live streams as we pick up the pace, and maybe we'll just do like 100 subscribers a day or something like that. And I'll just go live every day because I think that'd be fun. I like hanging out with you guys. So, don't ask any more questions because I want to get through as many as I can before we jump out of here and I go eat dinner with my family. I do just want to say thank you guys. No, thank you so much. Whoever's sitting behind the screen right now, I'm talking specifically to you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating in the gunman community, however you do. Thank you for taking upon yourself a higher desire to defend an innocent life. I know that's why most of us are here. And yeah, it really does make me happy to see how many people care about the same things that I do. And so it's a big deal, like we're not just building something small here. I hope that it continues to grow into something that can make a good change in the world. So thank you guys. Thank you for all being here. 301. Somebody appreciated the message. Okay. I lost my place. I lost my place, and I hope 302. Nice. Let's go. We definitely made it. I'm skimming now. I don't want to like skip over questions or anything like that. I always feel bad leaving questions out. But I do have to go. I keep getting messages here. I'm just looking through all these. Oh man, somebody like that super chat. Thank you so much. Every 1612. Appreciate you so much, dude. Yes, thank you guys. Okay, I'm gonna call it. Let me skim through really quick, make sure I'm not missing anything super, super important. If you didn't get your question answered, I will be going live again. I just don't know when. Eddie, dude, you guys stop sending super chats. I appreciate it so much. You guys are the best. Eddie, thank you so much. Thank you for giving us great content. Enjoy your dinner. Dude, thank you so much. W's in the chat for Eddie. Thank you so much, guys. The goat. You guys are awesome. Yeah, seriously. I appreciate you. I don't know what else to say. I'm just so grateful. So this isn't the last time. We're gonna talk soon. Shoot me a DM if you really, really need your question answered. I try to get back to as many as I can. And I'm gonna go to dinner with my family and tell them all about how much I appreciate you guys. Anyway, thank you.